More spins, more wins, more fun. Victory Monday on ESPN Wisconsin as the Green Bay Packers defeat the New York Giants 27-20. Winning feels good, right? It was a little iffy for the green and gold yesterday. Needed a fourth quarter comeback to complete the victory to improve to 6-3-1 on the season. Head coach Matt LaFleur after the game.
Extremely happy with the win. We definitely didn't make it easy on ourselves, but bottom line is we overcame a lot of adversity and found a way, and that's sometimes what it takes in this league. And so we'll celebrate it tonight and move on to the Vikings tomorrow.
Plenty to talk about from yesterday's game, including some injury news for both Jordan Love, Josh Jacobs, and plenty more. Wilde and Tausch start the coverage coming up from 9 to noon here on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel, and it continues all day, leading up to the Bucks and Cavaliers with tip time at 6 o'clock this evening.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com. Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde.
There aren't any Jasons 12 and under. That's a dead name.
Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher.
How many kids do you hear, hey, Marky, it might be as almost to the point of Ruth?
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio.
You love that name so much, you don't even go by it.
On 100.5 ESPN.
If you call me Mark, I'm fine. I like my name. I like my name a lot.
The ESPN Wisconsin app.
Wilde and Tausch.
And ESPN Madison on YouTube.
It's Wilde and Tausch, isn't it?
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Monday edition. The Victory Monday edition. Last Monday was a Game Day Monday edition. And then it was a Defeat Tuesday edition. The Packers win in New York, New Jersey. And they did not make it easy, but they got it done. What does it mean? Edition. And the preemptive polling. I don't know what the data shows at this juncture, but I'm guessing some of you feel mildly better and not worse. Most of you probably feel the same about the Green Bay Packers edition of Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and, of course, everything you need on the all-new, all-redesigned, all-free, and all-customizable ESPN Wisconsin app. I'm Jason Wilde in Green Bay. Jesse Nelson is in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios from his undisclosed location in his Badgers trap. He is the Packers Hall of Famer. He's Mark Tauscher. Tausch, good morning. How's it going for you?
I'm going good, buddy. How are you doing?
I'm good. Good story yesterday. Overcoming adversity. At one point, both your starting quarterback and your running back are in the visitors' locker room at MetLife Stadium being examined for injuries, and you find a way. Curious, your opening statement to Homer, since I was listening to Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love at the time. How do you feel about this dub as the Packers improve to 6-3-1? God, I hate that tie. Throws me off every time.
Yeah, as I said in the opening statement, it was a no apologies game, and I thought yesterday was, maybe one of Jordan Love's best games as a Green Bay Packer was yesterday. So I feel encouraged by what we saw. Obviously, still a lot of things that need to get better, but from an offensive standpoint, from Jordan Love in particular, he hung in there. He could have been Johnny Pouty with all the drops and all of the things that kind of went against him. But instead, he takes what Malik Willis, goes out and he throws the touchdown, comes back in, builds off of it, and I thought had just an absolutely fantastic game, delivering balls under duress, getting out of the pocket, doing things. I thought Jordan was just absolutely fantastic yesterday, and while a lot of the rest of the team was not, you won a road game after losing 2 games in kind of gut-wrenching fashion. I felt like yesterday was one of those games where bad teams and teams that aren't doing anything lose. They found a way to win, and you can say all you want about the Giants, and it's all fair. I think the Giants probably played one of their better games yesterday. Mm-hmm. They didn't make a ton of mistakes. And the Green Bay Packers found a way to win playing up and down football, but mainly the biggest reason I am mostly optimistic is because I thought Jordan Love looked fantastic yesterday, and I think that's something to build off of going into what Bill Belichick and everybody used to always say, the season really starts on Thanksgiving. If you're a contender, and the Green Bay Packers are a contender, and their meat of their schedule and where they're going to need Jordan to be at his best is coming right now.
I thought he was bad in one moment, and you know exactly the moment I'm going to say.
Actually,
stop lowering your shoulder, dude. Right? Like, Aaron Rodgers had to learn that your team needs you. Now, I don't know, after what you saw from Malik Willis, I certainly noticed some people who continue to insist that he would be a better option. I don't know how you still do that after the way the rest of the game went, but it certainly was right away when he went in for those 7 plays. But I think, and Jordan acknowledged it, and Micah Parsons said it after the game. Like, okay, we appreciate what you're doing for us. Thank you for your service. But we need you, man. You can't do that sort of thing. And the good fortune of it not being severe enough for him to be sidelined for an extended period is great. But you don't think that has to be reconsidered at all? Because that's my only criticism for him.
Yeah, I'm not upset about that. I want my quarterback to be a competitor. Now, should he have thrown the football away?
Yes.
And picked his spots? Yeah, of course. But I'm going to be more Ted Lasso-y about it and look at all the positives rather than that one negative. Yeah, he needs to understand that concept of getting rid of the football and not taking a bunch of big hits. But I just don't have a ton of negative things to say about Jordan Love today. I love the fact his guys are everybody is dropping balls. I don't know how many drops officially there were, at least 6 or 7. At least. And Musgrave had 2 or 3, and one that was thankfully a drop. But Dobbs had a couple, and it didn't deter him.
Right.
It didn't deter Jordan. I thought his mentality and his approach. I really appreciated what we saw from him yesterday.
Yeah, he was great, and that's exactly my point, is that if you're going to say that they need that Jordan Love for them to do what they want to do as they face the meat of their schedule, the one thing that can't happen is for him to get hurt.
Can they make the playoffs right now? Let's say Jordan Love separated his shoulder yesterday, could they make the playoffs with Malik Willis 6-3-1 with this schedule left?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
And I am a Malik Willis stan. I mean, how do you not love everything about him? But there's some big boy games, and I don't know if the Indianapolis and Tennessee game plans would work with him. He does add a different element, and I heard Pete Doherty ask Matt LaFleur about installing a package on putting him into the game because of that other element they add. Now, LaFleur said, we consider everything, which is kind of his way of saying, no, I don't think we're actually going to do that. But look, he is a legit weapon when he's in the game, and he is a fabulous number 2 quarterback. They should be thankful that they have him. Maybe they should even try and convince him to sign an extension the way Badgett did with the Chicago Bears. But again, my point is that if you are still negative on Jordan Love, which I still see people in my timeline from time to time who feel that way, you're just anti-Jordan Love. There's no winning you over. My point with that one negative is that's the kind of stuff that knocks you out of games. And if you get knocked out of games and you need him to get to where you want to go, you can't let yourself get knocked out of games. And thank heavens that was not a dislocated shoulder or a fracture or a broken collarbone or an AC joint or anything else. He was able to come back after 7 snaps with that kinesio tape on his shoulder, and he was really, really good yesterday. There's no two ways about it. We will get to your positives and your negatives. 844-770-3776. 844-770-3776, as we do every Monday or every day after a game. Tausch, you asked a poll question that you had Jesse preemptively poll. Jesse,
Yep.
What are the returns thus far? What was the question? And then I'm curious to hear if Tausch is surprised by what the returns have been so far.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, our preemptive poll question on the Wilde and Tausch Twitter feed, as suggested by Old T yesterday. Do you feel better or worse about the Green Bay Packers after the 27-20 win over the New York Giants? And we're closing in on 500 votes. Tausch, how do you think the polling has shaken out so far?
I'm guessing worse is probably winning.
Worse is not winning, but it's close. 55% of our fans who voted in this poll thus far feel better about the Green Bay Packers. 45% feel worse, based on the poll that was posted late last night.
Here's what I would think, and listening to, I always stay for about an hour and 15 minutes post-game. We do our stuff, and one of the things that I was concerned about, and my negative, is the Packers' run defense. Gave up way too much stuff yesterday. I believe our defense is championship caliber. And the biggest difference, our defense we have closers. You get a lead, we close up shop this year. That's been pretty consistent in the games that we've been ahead. Now, you can look at some other games. I understand it's not perfect. We haven't been perfect. Obviously, the Cowboys game. And then I thought yesterday was one of the more disappointing defensive performances in the run game. We gave up a little bit more. I thought we had 3 or 4 opportunities to intercept Jameis. We ended up getting the one that we really needed to close it up.
As predicted by you.
I do think the run game and what the Giants were able to do with, I don't know what number running back they're on. I thought that was a little bit more than they were able to possess the football and maintain drives on third down a little too easily yesterday. So that was my negative. There's other negatives, but I just have such a high standard. If this team's going to do what a lot of us want them to do, it is going to be the defense that's going to lead it. And I thought yesterday the offense actually bailed out the defense, especially late in that game. So just a lot. I think there's a lot of things to be concerned about, but there's also a few things that you really feel good about watching yesterday's game. That resilience, the toughness, the stick-to-itiveness, your quarterback play, Christian Watson. lot of things to really feel good about Malik Willis and Matt LaFleur. I thought all of those had really good afternoons yesterday.
844-770-3776. We'll start getting to your calls coming up. The one other negative, which I did not, again, get to hear the early portions of Green Bay game night in the afternoon. But Josh Jacobs has a knee injury. It is not season-ending. They don't believe. Further tests this morning. But it could keep him out for a few weeks. We'll see. He's probably going to be termed week to week by Matt LaFleur today, I would guess. I am curious, as Andrew in the ESPN Madison YouTube comments calls him an albatross that has been hung around Matt LaFleur's neck by Goody. Do you really think that they are going to be better off without Josh Jacobs in the lineup?
I'll tell you this. We had a special caller into our show last night in Big Cat who believes that. Homer wildied it and started hedging. He started off saying exactly that point, Jason, that he thought Emmanuel Wilson, this isn't going to be something that hurts the offense. It actually will allow Matt LaFleur to do more of what he wants. And I just kept coming back to Josh Jacobs has been so productive and a bell cow for this offense. To say him not being in there is not going to hurt your offense, I was very surprised by the amount of fans that agreed with both Big Cat and Homer. I'm very surprised. I understand the play action under center stuff. I get that. I've been on that train for a while. But Josh Jacobs, when he's rolling, he forces defenses to do certain things. We saw it with Pittsburgh. I want him out on the field as soon as he can get back out there. I'm not joining that club of Big Cat, Homer, and some other folks.
Yeah, so what's because, look, my counter to that is Matt LaFleur can do what he wants to do in the offensive design. Again, they have chosen to run the ball with him as frequently as they have because of the defenses they have faced. Now, I haven't gone back and looked at the all-22. I'm curious how the Giants played them. They played a lot of man coverage. I noticed that. But did they have their safeties back most of the day? Because when Emmanuel Wilson went in there, he had the touchdown run and not a whole lot else in the run game. But this idea that Matt LaFleur feels compelled to give the ball to Josh Jacobs and that he freed Jordan Love because he didn't have to do that, I guess I don't understand the argument. My argument is their offensive line continues to struggle in the run blocking game. The one biggest run that Josh Jacobs had was technically a throw out to the right that was technically a run in the statistics. But this idea that, he's only throwing the ball because Josh Jacobs isn't in there, I'm not sure I subscribe to Big Cat's theory. And Big Cat is very strongly opinionated on this. I'm aware. But I'm not quite sure. Why was he not an albatross around their neck last year when he was the engine that made them go and made Jordan Love's life easier by doing so? I don't understand it.
Yeah. It's a question for the people in that camp. I'm not in that camp, so I can't answer it.
We will get to your positives and negatives coming up. 844-770-3776. After Tausch tells us about Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Indeed. When it comes to your home, the smart play is to trust Gina Della and her team at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. And this month only, score a whole house of new energy-efficient Pella windows for $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 72 months. That's like a drive you can sustain for years, keeping your home comfortable thanks to the incredible defense played by Pella Windows, stopping all of those drafts. Don't wait. Schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com.
The argument rages on in the YouTube comments. Andrew is almost – are we sure that Andrew's not a burner account for Big Cat. If Big Cat had a burner account, what would his name be?
Galarraga. I think he'd call
That'd be
himself
clever.
Galarraga.
That'd be clever.
EFT.
Yeah.
Ask Tausch if we ever played a complete offensive game since Jacobs got here. The answer is no.
I'm still. We are. There's been way too many lulls. I'll give Andrew that. I don't know since Josh Jacobs has been here. Have we had 4 consistently really good offensive quarters? It's a fair point. I can't think of one. Certainly not yesterday.
We'll get to your calls next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here, reminding you there is no better product and no better taste than delicious Grassland butter. Well, I'm counting down the days until our Thanksgiving feast, and you know what I'm most looking forward to? Not the stuffing, not the mashed potatoes, not even the turkey. I can't wait to spread that pure and delicious taste of Grassland butter on everything I can. Can always count on Grassland to produce the highest quality butter right from the farm to your Turkey Day table. Grassland has been producing that high quality butter since 1904. That's more than 5 generations. And we can all be thankful for the hardworking Wisconsin dairy farmers that help produce the highest quality ingredients that give Grassland its rich flavor. Thank you, farmers, and thank you, Wisconsin, from Grassland Dairy. Butter better with better butter. Learn more about Grassland's story and check out some creative new recipes at grasslandbutter.com. Grassland Dairy, crafting butter for 5 generations.
On the air, on demand, on social, on Wisconsin Sports. Serving Wisconsin sports fans. This is 100.5 ESPN.
It's football season in Wisconsin and the energy is electric. Get ready to fuel up the hype with Monster Energy. With bold flavors and that legendary kick, Monster gives you the power to go all 4 quarters. Whether you're tailgating before the big game, watching with friends at home, or catching every play at your favorite spot. Because game day isn't just about football. It's about bringing the energy wherever you are. Stop by your local Piggly Wiggly to pick up a Monster Energy drink today. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast.
Celebrate the season of Audi at Audi Madison. Take advantage of 1.99% APR for 72 months when you purchase a 2025 Audi Q5 Quattro. National customer credit is good towards the purchase, finance, or lease of a new Audi, but is only available until December 1st. Check out AudiMadison.com to see current inventory and specials. Start your adventure at Audi Madison today, off the Beltline and Rimrock Road.
Ho, ho, ho!
We shopped at Chalmers because my husband wanted to get me a larger diamond in my engagement ring.
The folks at Chalmers said, well, you know, we could just make it like this and we could do these things. Really just basically decided that there wasn't any place else we wanted to shop.
But not only did they create this new engagement ring for me with this gorgeous center stone, they also rehabbed this other ring, and I am beyond pleased.
Her favorite thing to do now is to walk around and show her hands and have people comment on it.
Hey, it's ESPN Wisconsin's Alex Stroh for my great friends at Door County Distillery. Locally produced, handcrafted, award-winning spirits made locally in beautiful Door County. It's the best time of the year. It's bourbon season. Weather outside getting a little chilly, but you can stay warm with a delicious glass of the Door County Distillery bourbon. Or check out Door County Distillery exclusives like their cherry bourbon and their bat bourbon. It's bat good. Visit their website, doorcountydistillery.com. That's doorcountydistillery.com.
Looking to take your baseball game to the next level? GRB Academy provides year-round training programs designed around your schedule and your goals. For over 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's leader in player development and advancement with a state-of-the-art 52,000 square foot facility of elite baseball training space and coaches who know how to get results. From youth to high school, baseball players trust GRB to help them reach their next level. Training program spots are filling quickly, so don't wait. Register now at grbacademy.com.
Mark Toscher here for Pizza Hut, and let me tell you, Pizza Hut delivers a win every time with the Big Dinner Box. For just $19.99, get 2 medium, 1-topping pizzas, 8 boneless wings, and 5 breadsticks. Feed your whole team for one unbeatable price. Choose your crust, hand-tossed, pan, thin and crispy, or even tavern style. Order now for delivery or carry out at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. The Big Dinner Box for just $19.99, only at Pizza Hut. And remember, no one on Pizza's the Hut.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Extremely happy with the win. We definitely didn't make it easy on ourselves, but bottom line is we overcame a lot of adversity and found a way, and that's sometimes what it takes in this league. And so we'll celebrate it tonight and move on to the Vikings tomorrow.
That is Matt LaFleur after yesterday's 27-20 win over the New York Giants, who did appear to get something of a bump from their coaching change, as Josh Jacobs and Keyshawn Nixon spoke about during the week, that the Raiders got when John Gruden was forced to resign, I guess was. I don't know, man. I don't remember what that was. And Rich Bisaccia took over. Tausch, what besides Jordan Love was your biggest positive?
The way we closed up shop, and Micah Parsons again showing what he, why he's here and what he brings to this team with the Strack at the end and the amount of pressure that he was able to give. That to me, I thought, and then obviously Christian Watson. You factor those two guys in. I love Christian Watson. I've been probably his biggest supporter from the jump on this show, anyways, and. What are you shaking your head about? You called him spindly and injury prone. I have always said his talent's great. You can't replace that talent. I don't know what you're shaking your head about. Go ahead, shake it. Shake it, because I'm right.
I think the line
yesterday
was
like
another
a Polaroid
example. Picture. I don't think
you can shake it however you want.
No. Okay. You've been very supportive of him. I believe I talked
much
about
more
him.
Than you. No offense. Well.
844-770-3776.
That catch he made, was that ball, was Malik Willis's throw to him? Did we get an answer on that? Because it didn't look like it.
I didn't. No one mentioned that it wasn't intended for him. I don't think so.
If you watched that, it looked like it was a really bad decision by Malik Willis. It was not. That ball could have been intercepted. It was not. The result was great. But I thought the decision, and that was, I thought, such a great sign for all of us that are a big fan of 9 to pluck that thing in that scenario. The other play, great awareness. His spatial awareness has not always been great, a la last week when balls are ricocheting off his head. But it certainly was on that touchdown throw. And then the hands and what he was able to do yesterday, big time. Big time.
Yeah, let's not forget, to Tausch's point about Parsons, he and Isaiah McDuffie also get the sack when the Giants decide to go on 4th down from the Packers' 10. Instead of kicking the field goal to make it 19-16, they go for it, and he delivers another. He is a closer. He is Bruce Sutter. He is Raleigh Fingers. He is Dan Quisenberry.
Hey, Jason, can you help me out on this? Because Homer was very, I don't want to say combative yesterday, but he was very confrontational. And he said Micah Parsons is a horrible tackler. And I said, the only guy that's a Hall of Fame player.
Cowherd?
I don't know. But he said that, and I tried to say, well, how does he get all these sacks? And he had 6 tackles yesterday on top of a sack and a half. I said the only Hall of Fame player that I've ever heard of that was said is a bad tackler is Deion.
Yep.
That was it. So then he spun it, and he tried to get me. He was an ornery old goat yesterday. Micah Parsons, maybe he's not the greatest tackler that's out there, but he is not a bad tackler at all. Am I crazy?
You're not crazy, and if we're going to choose to criticize defensive players, why is it that Rashawn Gary is not more frequently a factor in the game?
Who, Rashawn Gary?
Yeah. Why is he not?
I don't know.
More frequently a factor.
He's had opportunities early,
right, and
he's
had games where he has been a factor. That's what's weird.
Yeah. I think the Giants' offensive line was better than people anticipated. Their left tackle's a good player. He's a very good player. But it wasn't as if they were doubling Rashawn Gary a bunch yesterday. Jameis Winston was able to stand in a pretty clean pocket for a lot of the day yesterday. So that is definitely something. It's a great question. I think you can get a spur up in Rashawn's boot a little bit here because he has not been as impactful as he was in the beginning of this season.
Yeah, he was a
And
factor.
if this team's going to do what they need to do, Rashawn Gary needs to up his impact plays. And I think getting Lucas Van Ness back will help. But I also wonder how healthy is Devontae Wyatt because he hasn't been splish splashy either. Whereas in the past he was splish splashy.
844-770-3776. Let's start with your calls. Let's go to Brian in Waukesha first. Brian, good morning. Welcome to Wilde and Tausch. How you doing?
Good morning, gentlemen. Hey, quick concept for you. So I don't think there's any coach that I can think of, and maybe you guys can think of one that I'm missing, but that's more Jekyll and Hyde than Matt LaFleur. Because when it comes schematically and drawing up plays, I think he's as good as anybody. He gets his receivers open, they create separation, and it looks beautiful when you're looking at the All-22 and you're looking at what he's drawn up. But when it comes to actually in-game play calling, I feel like he's absolutely atrocious, and I don't think he's got a feel of the game, and I don't think he adjusts mid-game for what needs to be done in that moment. I think he sticks to his game plan almost to a fault. So it's frustrating because it's like, man, you drop some really good plays. You look like things are really humming, but you don't really understand the flow of the game to maximize or take advantage of those things so that your offense erupts and you're putting up 40 points a game, which I think this team is capable of. And I think from a scheme standpoint, I think this team should be putting up at least 30 points a game. But can you think of a coach that is more Jekyll and Hyde when it comes to the ability to draw up plays and then the ability to execute them mid-game?
So, Brian, let me ask you this. If that's your opinion, and you're entitled to it, then why, when The Athletic surveyed, I think, half of the NFL's defensive coordinators, Matt LaFleur was chosen as the sixth best play caller in the league?
Because I think it is the threat of the plays he draws up, the fact that he can get people so open that if the potential is there. I think that's 100% right. I think defensive coordinators going up against them have to plan for and look for so many different things, and there's so many different things that they can do to you. But I think mid-game, like if you're looking mid-game, what the moment calls for, what could be done to exploit the defense, I think he gets stuck in, well, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I was going to do, and he doesn't just look at the moment for what it is and maximize that opportunity.
Yeah, I don't know enough about it to be able to speak harshly, critically of it.
Played it.
Tausch, I guess my question, based on Brian's question, is where is the line between we're going to do what we do, which certainly some coaches subscribe to, and being really adept at adjusting what you have planned to deal with what the defense is giving you?
So, to me, what makes a really good coach is you have your core fundamentals that you're going to go to. You have your core plays that are non-negotiable, and it doesn't mean you have to run them a ton, but they're in. And the great coaches study matchups and pick at weaknesses and utilize your own strengths. And I do think there's times, and what really bothered me, and if you want to say, and Andrew could say, the Jekyll and Hyde part of this, what drove me nuts last week was the fact that Philadelphia was eating LaFleur's lunch. They had their best corner finding where our first options were on a real consistent basis. It wasn't as if you put Quinyon Mitchell and you just put him on Christian Watson and say, all right, take him out of the game. No. You're throwing to Wicks, he's there. You're throwing to Dobbs, he's covering him. What I'm always looking for is, can you find matchups you like, and how can you get into those where you can pick at them? And I do think Matt LaFleur, from an adjustment standpoint and other things, especially early in his career, I thought that was one of his weaker portions of his game. Now I think if you're going to get after him, he's trying to balance letting Jordan Love rip and trying to run the football. And I think for the big cats and for the other folks that are on this, well, Josh Jacobs being out might be the best thing that happens to this offense. Well, we're going to find out, because I'm sure Josh Jacobs, if reports are correct, is going to miss a couple of weeks. And we'll see when Emmanuel Wilson's in there and Brooks is in there. It isn't going to be – Matt LaFleur is not going to feel like he needs to pound the football 30 times. Now, that might be what happens. I do think Matt LaFleur is a good play caller. I think he does find a way. But as far as adjusting and being able to, against the best of the best coordinators, I do think there's sometimes that he doesn't win those matchups. And, players lose matchups sometimes too. But on the overarching aspect of coaching, I think Matt LaFleur does a pretty doggone good job on that.
844-770-3776. We'll get to more of your calls and texts on the Carbless Talk and Text line. Carbless List is more coming up. Want to remind you, when it comes to matchups, David Gruber and Gruber Law Offices win those matchups all the time, and they make sure that you've been properly compensated if you've been injured in an accident. Make the call. One call, that's all. 414-276-6666. 414-276-6666, or go to the website gruber-law.com to find out more. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
Mark Tauscher here for the great team at Everlight Solar. And with the holidays approaching, everybody is thinking about ways they can save a few bucks to be able to spend more for our loved ones. Well, what if I told you there's a way to save money and save the planet by making the switch to Everlight Solar? Take back control of your energy bill with a switch to solar. Trust me, my family, we worked with the team at Everlight Solar to make the switch, and boy, are we happy we did. From the very first conversation, the Everlight Solar team educated us on all the benefits of switching to solar. And you know how much I appreciate keeping things simple. Everlight makes the switch super easy. Join us in saving money and creating a greener environment for our family and the community by switching to solar. Learn more. Schedule a free consultation at everlightsolar.com. That's everlightsolar.com.
The Milwaukee Bucks, the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Gets it to Giannis, cutting into the lane, and he stuffs it down. Giannis puts the Bucks on the board with their first points.
Tonight on Madison's home of the Bucks, 100.5 ESPN.
Black Friday deals are here at Brothers Maine. Score the lowest prices of the year on top brands like GE Appliances, Cafe, Hotpoint, and higher. With our low price guarantee, Big Box can't beat our deals. Shop local and save at Brothers Maine.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Time out on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 6 years.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 11/30/2025. Win a pair of tickets to see Green Bay host Chicago on December 7th, which includes access to Green Bay's upscale tailgating destination, the Tundra Trio. 3 upscale homes just steps from the stadium, featuring next-level pre- and post-game festivities with gourmet food and premium drinks. Thanks to Dr. Pepper and ESPN Wisconsin. Enter to win now at ESPNWisconsin.com. Wherever you watch the game, nothing hits like the bold signature flavor of Dr. Pepper. Enjoy an ice-cold Dr. Pepper during your next visit to McDonald's. No purchase necessary. Enter by November 23rd.
The holidays bring sparkle and light to the season. The same way Goodman's Jewelers has been bringing the sparkle with our custom pieces since 1933. Generations have relied on our trust, service, and selection. This holiday, shop local. Shop Goodman's Jewelers in the heart of Madison, touching hearts with Goodman's sparkle and light. 220 State Street. Find our extended holiday hours at goodmansjewelers.com.
The best is at Goodman's. All day, every day, the Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you. 844-770-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
Shop the pig! Thanksgiving starts with the bird, and at Piggly Wiggly, you can gobble up savings. Jenny-O turkeys are just 39 cents a pound. That's right, you can bring home a 12-pound turkey for less than $5. And while you're here, don't forget to sign up for the new Pig Points Rewards program, where the more you shop, the more you earn, and the more you save. So hurry in, grab your turkey, and make this Thanksgiving a winner, only at Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly, shop the pig!
We're on the Badgers.
Luke Fickell, his mantra since he got here, tough, nasty, disciplined.
Because we're on Wisconsin Sports.
I saw a tough, nasty, disciplined team on the field today.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
The Carbless Talk and Text line is 844-770-3776. Eric, Andy, Jamon, Norm, Bill, we're working our way toward you. Still a few more open spots. Jesse waiting for your call. 844-770-3776. That is the Carbless Talk and Text line. I do want everyone to answer Tausch's question that we preemptively polled. Although I, of course, will put the hedging option in there as well.
Sure.
Do you feel better?
You're going to say same, right?
Yeah, I don't feel I don't feel worse about them by any means. I mean, I guess if you make me choose and don't give me the hedge, I would say I feel slightly better. But to your point about the run defense, that was one thing that we were looking at this team saying that you could count on. And then they had the game against Carolina, and now they had this game. And in between, they didn't let Saquon Barkley get loose at all after last year, letting him get loose twice. So I don't know what to expect from their run defense all of a sudden. But Micah Parsons comes through when you need him. Evan Williams with the interception that you predicted, and also won the Steinhoffler for Jesse. I also much respect. Much respect to the 565 analytics folks who basically said to their boss, they gave him a big middle finger and they kept doing their job. Proud of you.
No, we decided we were going to put this out to our fans as a group. It's not just...
Yeah, we did. And there was a Twitter account called 565 Analytics that's unemployed that tweeted and said, I won.
I tend to agree with them.
So we're just going to let people run roughshod on our show. Is that what you're telling me?
No, we're leaving it up to the fans, and the fans said I won.
And they're fans. They're fans of the show.
Fans of the show.
They're not employees
so we're
of
just
the show.
So we're just going to let Jerriad do all the determining on it. We're going to let it down to a one-person band.
Oh, no, there was also Matt also said that I won on Twitter, or a few others that chimed in.
And by the way, I'm not arguing that you won. Like, I'm fine with that, but I want this. This is supposed to be crowdsourced now. We all agreed on that after I fired 565 Analytics.
I don't remember us agreeing on that.
And two of us didn't want them fired.
Yeah, well, when you invent something, you also have some semblance of it. Anyways, I don't want to get into that. I am not going to acknowledge until we have the whole team in place to do that. And Jesse has to go through YouTube and everything else to find it. I'm a little nervous about Sean Ryan's snaps. A lot of inconsistency with the snaps yesterday.
It was raining. It was windy.
Oh, so it's fine. Okay. Just something to watch.
I'm sorry.
Very concerning.
I'm sorry.
I'm concerned about it. I thought it threw Jordan off a few times. There's obviously a couple of plays that, Sean Ryan's first time. I get all of that. It's just something to monitor. I'm not saying don't play him and anything else. It's just something to monitor. That's all. Ostrich, you put your head in the sand and say, "Oh no, it's no big deal. It's windy out there." And I don't know. I wasn't there. It looked windy, but didn't seem like Jameis Winston had a ton of problems with snaps yesterday.
844-770-3776. Let's go to Eric in Green Bay. Eric, good morning. Do you feel better, worse, or the same about the Green Bay Packers after yesterday?
Yeah, we'll lead off with. I feel about maybe on that scale, kind of where you're at. If I had to pick, 55% better, 45% worse. I mean, we won, so we'll take that. But and that'll kind of just go into the negatives a little bit, just kind of playing once again for the third straight week. Well, I shouldn't say third straight because you have Philly in there, but playing down to the opponent. And you have an opportunity with Jameis Winston in there. Again, probably the best third-string quarterback in the NFL, but they are banged up at cornerback, receiver, quarterback. Just an opportunity to kind of go on the road and make a statement. It really shows that you can right the ship. We survived out there.
That's exactly what they did. They survived. I'm not saying that you should feel significantly better about them, but I thought there were some encouraging signs. I don't think you should feel worse about them. What was your biggest positive, Eric?
I'd say the biggest positives for me were the 7 plays we got from Malik Willis. I think when you kind of look at the beginning of the script of the game, Jameis Winston wanted the ball, right? They wanted to.
I think they wanted the wind at the end.
I
think they wanted the wind at the end, is just why they took the ball.
Sure. Nonetheless, they started off up 7-0. We couldn't get that first drive going at the end, and then with the way that worked out, I think it's a completely different ball game if Malik Willis stalls or has a turnover, gives the Giants good field position, and now all of a sudden they're up 14-0 with a slightly banged up Jordan Love coming back. So just his ability to kind of keep the game back on course and give it back to us 7-6, I think was not 6-7, but close enough. I think that was great. And then I would say too the Chris Brooks. I know that Savion Williams catch at the end was a great catch and a game-saving one at that. But his blocking on there, I probably watched that replay maybe 10 times. He looked like an offensive lineman up there, giving Love enough time to get that heave off. So that was pretty great.
Yeah, and he's obviously going to have a larger role. I don't think they're going to have Marshawn Lloyd activated off of IR. They maybe will open the practice window for him, but based on what you've gotten from him since you drafted him, I don't think you can count on him helping you in the short term. But good call, Eric. We appreciate it. Look, I mean, the Savion Williams play, I'm curious, Tausch, how you viewed that, because that was an enormous play in the game from a guy who, as we talked about on Green Bay game day, basically wears a walking boot all week long and then takes it off to practice. Like, he's in the locker room all the time with it on. I don't know if it's an ankle or he was on the report as a foot originally. Whatever it is, he got off the bus wearing it, and then he's out there active and making a big play and returning kickoffs. How big of is that? I'm not even sure if it's a sneaky play, but because it was a big play at the time and it sets up the touchdown to Watson. But how big is that moment from a guy that doesn't play a whole lot and kind of gets manufactured touches most of the time?
Yeah, I thought that was obviously it was a huge play, and if they don't connect on that, I think it was 3rd and 10 when they did that. Eric just mentioned Chris Brooks's block. Kudos to him because that was textbook. That was exactly how you draw it up. They decided to bring pressure. He picked it up, gave Jordan enough time to kind of decipher, and then it was a little bit of a lucky play. You could argue that, but Savion Williams went and found a way to go make a play. And when you do that, all of a sudden, coaches and players look at that and say, well, you made a play. Let's keep him out there. That's how you build that confidence in going and doing more, getting more opportunities. So, huge play in the game. And I think Savion Williams, this is just kind of the start. I don't know how big his role is going to get. But certainly with some of the drops and some of the issues that the rest of that group had yesterday, we need better production. And we need more consistency. And I think you're seeing that at the tight end spot when you look at the snap count. Musgrave ended up with the least amount of snaps of any of the tight ends that played a ton yesterday. I think the Musgrave experiment, unless someone gets hurt, he's going to get limited opportunities. And I'm going to tell you this. He best take advantage. I'm guessing it's going to be more going down the field. And any inline stuff, I think Musgrave, to take a little bit of Hamilton, I think he did not take advantage of his shot. How does that song go, Jason, that you love singing?
I will not throw away my shots. I will not throw away my shot. John Fitzpatrick played 35 snaps. Josh Wiley played 20. I played 19. My shot has been thrown away. Yeah.
He threw a shot away. And that doesn't mean it's dead and over, but certainly coaches will tell you how they feel about you by playing and what moments they're out there. And in the second half, he wasn't out there much. So that is what it is. Take that, put that play to Savion Williams. If they don't connect on that, I don't think they win that game yesterday. That's how big that play was.
I don't think so either. 3rd and 10 is huge. I understand that Goody has done a lot of really good things, and Tucker Kraft is a phenomenal draft pick who was on his way to being a star in this league, and I'm sure will be when he gets healthy again. But they took Luke Musgrave. He played 2 games his last year at Oregon State, and for all the buzz that we had the first 8 games or so of his career, I understand he's had injuries, but man, oh man, he's healthy now. And if you can't catch the ball and you can't stretch the field and you're a tight end who doesn't block effectively, what are you bringing? And that's how you end up playing the fewest.
Maybe he's fun. He might be a fun guy. Locker room guy.
Let's get one more call before the break.
Obviously, the fumble, how he fumbled the football. Like there was, you can't make those mistakes, especially now. It's time. Like grow up, right? I've said that about some of these players, and this was, this team as a unit. Musgrave, you don't get a lot of these opportunities, man. When you have injuries and you've had somebody kind of pass you by, you get these opportunities, and you either take it and run with it, or you become a journeyman, and you scramble and to fight to stay on rosters. And even with Musgrave's pedigree and his talent, doesn't mean he can't flip this switch. But that switch, he's running out of current.
Let's get to one more call before the break. 844-770-3776. That is the Carbless Talk and Text line. Less is more. I don't know if this guy's calling to discuss the Packers or to have a conversation with Tausch about blackjack strategery.
Oh, boy.
Because that's what often happens when he does call. It is Blackjack Andy in Madison. Andy, good morning. How are you? Do you feel better, worse, or the same about the Packers after yesterday?
Well, hi, guys. Thank you very much. I feel better, and that's because Matt LaFleur has been freed of the albatross that Brian Gutekunst tied around his neck.
Oh,
yes.
Are you the same Andy in the YouTube comments?
I am guilty as charged. Way
to use albatross to tip me off. Good work.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't want to sound prisoner of the moment on this. I've been actually saying this for a long time and been chastised for quite some time as well. So
You and
what
Gabe,
I want to do is read
you and
on
Gabe,
the radio.
you guys should get together and play some blackjack together because you and Gabe feel the same way.
No, I mean, and so I want to read actually a text that didn't make it to the air from back in February of 2025, and then I want to put you under the spotlight, Jason Wilde, and see if I can, maybe interrogate you a little bit about the situation.
Sure.
But basically, this is what I wrote.
Flip your little light on. Jason, put that little spotlight you got on.
So allowing the cornerstone of the Packers offense to walk away over $1 million in order to pay a very good player $12 million a year, even though said player can't take a handoff from under center, which is a cornerstone of Matt LaFleur's offense. Give the head coach some Coors Light and Ortitos, and he'll tell you flat out, I want Aaron Jones back. I never asked for Josh Jacobs. I was not consulted. The fact that the GM gave LaFleur a square peg hasn't been covered at all. This is dysfunction at the top. Jacobs is a great player who has single-handedly, along with the Packers GM, turned a formerly powerhouse offense into a disaster. So, Jason, I won't ask you flat out if you know, because I can understand how that could be an uncomfortable situation. But do you think Goody consulted Matt LaFleur on the acquisition of Josh Jacobs?
No, I do not.
Whoa. You do not think he consulted him? Okay. So I don't think so either. Now, let me ask you this. Of the three Packers lead backs on the team right now.
Now, let me interrupt you for a second. Let me interrupt you for a second, then I'll let you finish. It seems to me that if you recall how that played out, and if you remember how we felt with the excitement, kind of like the Sam Decker era with the Bucks, the excitement we felt, I think this lasted a little bit longer than the half hour that Sam was a Buck before he was subsequently retraded. But that happened really quickly, and we thought for a moment that they were going to have Jacobs and Aaron Jones on the team. The general manager had said he would absolutely be back, and then it turned out not so much when they didn't reach an accord. Now, I don't know if Goody was secretly hoping that Aaron Jones would turn down the offer, which was much lower than I think Aaron Jones was expecting, if you recall correctly, and he got, I believe, $7 million on his one-year deal from the Vikings, who then re-upped him after the season. But I wonder if he had the Josh Jacobs thing in his back pocket. Do I think he told Matt LaFleur that was their backup plan and that they were interested in him? Sure. I don't question that. I'm not saying they didn't communicate. But do you think Matt LaFleur said, no, Goody, I don't want him. He likes the ball out of the shotgun, or he likes dual blocking schemes, or whatever it is? I don't think that. I don't know that. That is my somewhat educated guess. But no, I don't tend to agree with the concept that, Goody went to LaFleur and said, hey, how would you feel about getting Josh Jacobs instead of Aaron Jones? And he said, that sounds awesome. Now, Andy, the floor is yours again.
So when the Packers had all of their success on offense, when they made the great run, when they started to let it rip and all gas, no break, and they let Jordan Love turn them loose, the running back was Aaron Jones. Which running back on the Packers offense least resembles Aaron Jones in every way possible?
I think I'm supposed to say Josh Jacobs here.
You are. Okay. Good job. Thank you. Thank you for pulling me out of there. And now, which running back of the three on the roster most resembles Aaron Jones from a body type, from explosivity or explosiveness, for the ability to pick up blocks? Which guy most resembles Aaron Jones?
Marshawn Lloyd.
The one that is active and that can play. Chris Brooks, man, come on.
No, get out of here.
Hey, well, I want to ask you, Wilde, you've seen him. Does he not move a little bit like Amon Green to you? I don't understand. Okay, so wait.
Wait a minute. Is he Aaron Brooks or is he Aaron Jones? Chris Brooks? Is he Amon Green? Is he Dorsey Levens? Who is he?
No, I'm saying he's more. I say he moves like Amon Green. He can catch the ball. He can pick up blocks. I wanted to ask you, what's the deal? How come he hasn't seen more opportunities? Because he's been on the roster a long time. Has he struggled with the playbook? Has he blown assignments?
No, I think they've made him a fullback is what they've done with him. I think that's what they've done with him. They've morphed him into a fullback.
Yeah, I mean, I think the guy has got a lot of potential. I think he could run. I think hopefully he gets a couple of series where it's not just one carry, because he had one carry for 8 yards yesterday, and he kind of tripped on his own feet, which tends to happen when you don't get the ball very often. But the NFL is full of running backs that have been Aaron Stecker, right? Ashwaubenon High School graduate.
Indeed.
Great career, playing for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, New Orleans Saints. I went through Aaron Stecker's career. He carried the ball only 20 times in his career, twice. You know what he did in those 2 games where he got the ball 20 times? He went 20 for 100, and he went 22 for 95 with 2 TDs. This guy had an 8 or 9 year career, sat on the bench as a backup. Let's talk about Duwan Harris. Remember Duwan? Used car salesman.
Used car salesman, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Scored a touchdown in the playoff game against San Francisco, a defense that nobody could penetrate, made their safety miss. It was a beautiful... Anyway, free Chris Brooks. Give him a chance. I think he's like the right body type. He can do everything that this offense needs to do. Maybe he's not any of the guys that I'm talking about, but I believe the guy deserves a look. We know what Emmanuel Wilson is. We know kind of what he's capable of. And
he's a lot like Ahman Green.
I like him. Hey, I'm telling you, he moves like Ahman. He's got that upright, sort of stand-up straight. He looks just like him, man. Put him side by side. Jesse, maybe you can put a couple clips together.
Andy,
these guys
come on, Jesse, get to that.
Actually getting a carry, which doesn't happen very often. But
Andy, thanks for the call. Here's my critique of Andy's call. He had me backed into a corner pretty good. And then he decided to make it about getting Chris Brooks more involved, and I think that undercut what he had accomplished. Because I think he had made some pretty hard for me to dispute points about the fit that Aaron Jones was for the running scheme that they like to run. We talked about it last year. Blue would point it out all the time that there was so much more duo blocking than there had been previously before Josh Jacobs got there. I'm not sure that I fully agree with the shotgun handoff thing in terms of Josh Jacobs. I think that he is capable of that, and I do think that some of that should go on Matt LaFleur's shoulders of, hey, I know what you prefer, but for our offense to function as well as it can, I need to do more stuff under center. I think you can handle this. You are an elite back, Josh, and we're going to do this. I think there's that conversation. I don't know if that's occurred or not, but I think Andy made some good points. And next week, we'll be sitting here on Monday talking about Chris Brooks's 22-carry, 95-yard, 2-touchdown Aaron Stecker-like performance, or maybe we won't.
So for everybody that, and you shocked me there with the Goody didn't, talk with his head coach about that.
That's just my opinion.
Surprising.
I don't know that for certain.
Oh, I thought that was reported, Wilde.
I quite literally said that is a semi-educated guess. Yeah.
You said no. But the interesting part of that is, and for everybody that wants to, Goody, Aaron Jones missed a lot of balls since he's went over to the Vikings. He's missed a lot of games. Those are just the facts. He's got he's not been able to stay healthy on a consistent basis. When Aaron Jones is right, what we saw, and when you want to look at the consistency and where this offense has last been, where you felt awesome about him from Q1 to Q4, it was the back end of that 23 season with Aaron Jones. That I can't argue.
Aaron Jones, just for factual accuracy, Aaron Jones played in all 17 games last year for the Vikings. He had 1,138 rushing yards. He averaged 4.5 yards a carry for them. This year he's played 6 games. I think the Vikings have played 10 or 11, so he has missed time this year, but last year he did not miss a game.
You're telling me he didn't miss time last season at all?
Pro Football Reference right here, 17 games last season. He also played 17 games in the 2022 season for the Packers, played 11 games in the 2023 season. That was when he came back from the hamstring injury and was so good down the stretch. But I do think that Aaron Jones And again, one of my guys who I like, so maybe I'm biased, but here are his career game numbers after 12 games his first 2 seasons. 16, 14, 15, 17, 11, 17, and 6. Now, if you want to make the argument that he has left some games with injuries and wasn't able to finish them, I don't think I can dispute that. But I don't think he's missed nearly as many games as people accuse him of missing.
It just feels like, and again, you can play 17 games. I was wrong. It feels like he's missed a lot of time with the Minnesota Vikings. And has he been the impact player that the Vikings hoped they got when he went up there? I would argue he hasn't.
He ran for 1,100 yards last year.
Okay.
He
last year,
50,
I'm talking.
He also caught 15. He caught 51 passes last year.
I'm talking this season, Jason.
You said since he got
last
there.
year. I was wrong on how many games he missed last year. Has he been the impactful guy this season that I think the Minnesota Vikings expected? I don't know. Maybe I have not. We have not played the Vikings yet. Maybe he will ball out this weekend, because I can tell you this: that storyline is going to be everywhere this week. You best believe that. And maybe it'll be the Aaron Jones week. Everybody loves Aaron Jones. He is a great dude. Great Green Bay Packer. He's a Packer Hall of Famer. He is one of the best running backs. And I would have loved to have seen him with Josh Jacobs in Green Bay. It's not the road they went down. And I'd argue Josh Jacobs has been everything that you'd have hoped for when they've signed him. Now he's going to miss some time, unfortunately. How much, we don't know. But I don't think I can get on board with saying that was the wrong decision, which is, in essence, what Andy is saying.
Tell us about American Family Insurance.
Badger fans, join me and my wife Sarah as we've teamed up again with American Family Insurance to raise funds towards the American Family Children's Hospital through a virtual toy drive. All donations will go towards therapeutic supplies and toys that help thousands of children and families across the country. Plus, American Family Insurance will match every dollar donated all the way up to $50,000 through the end of this calendar year. Visit amfamkids.org. Again, amfamkids.org to donate today.
We will get to a couple more calls as we still have one segment left in the 9 o'clock hour. So stick around. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Mark Tauscher here for Pizza Hut. You know how much I've loved Pizza Hut going back to the days when I was a kid participating in their legendary Book It program. I loved Pizza Hut back then, and I love making new memories enjoying Pizza Hut with my family now. Pizza Hut delivers a win every time with the Big Dinner Box. For just $19.99, you get 2 medium, 1-topping pizzas, 8 boneless wings, and 5 breadsticks. Feed your whole team for one unbeatable price. Choose your crust, hand-tossed, pan, thin and crispy, or even tavern style. Order now for delivery or carryout at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. The Big Dinner Box for just $19.99, only at Pizza Hut. And remember, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by your Badgerland Chevy dealers, proud supporters of Badger Athletics. Go to BadgerlandChevy.com.
A snapback to reality for Wisconsin as they fell to number 2 Indiana 31-7 in Bloomington Saturday afternoon. A strong first-half showing was undone by a brutal second-half stretch that included a lost fumble, an interception, and 3 Fernando Mendoza touchdown passes. UW's offense also only mustered 23 total yards after the break. The Badgers now look to bounce back this weekend against Illinois. Kickoff is slated for 6:30 p.m. on the Big Ten Network.
Get a whole house of new Pella windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% financing for up to 6 years.
Wow. Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Visit PellaWI.com today.
After a serious accident, you'll need a winning team to protect your rights. Trust Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. If you've been injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Imagine the peace of mind knowing your home or business is safe 24/7.
I'm Jeffrey Beckman, president of J&K Security Solutions, and we provide security you can trust. Serving Madison and southern Wisconsin, J&K Security Solutions offers state-of-the-art home and business security systems tailored to your needs. From video surveillance to home and business automation, to find out how J&K Security can help secure what matters most in your life, visit jksecurity.com.
I knew that we were going to be getting engaged soon and needed to do some ring shopping. Heard the radio ads of Chalmers and decided, hey, we should give it a shot at Chalmers.
They were just awesome at accepting us through the door and understanding what she wanted in terms of how she wanted it, and they delivered.
Everybody always is telling me how sparkly my ring is. They tell me that they really like the style of the ring and the setting that it's in. I am ecstatic with it.
Thank you, Chalmers.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Greg Scalzo here for Buck and Honey's. Celebrate the holiday season at the restaurant that won gold in Best of Madison. Enjoy seasonal dishes, handcrafted cocktails, and hospitality that makes every visit special. Planning your holiday party? They'll help you host a celebration that everyone will remember. Don't wait. Make a reservation today to secure your spot this season. Visit their locations in Sun Prairie, Monona, Wanakee, or Mount Horeb, and enjoy holiday cheer with great food and great company. I'll see you at Buck and Honey's.
We're on Badgers volleyball.
Near the net, Carter Booth, two-hand slam in the middle.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
21 kills for Collier.
Your home for UW volleyball. 100.5 ESPN.
Let's talk at text line 844-770-3776, and then we will get to more of your calls on the other side of the top of the hour. Let's go down to Dallas, talk to Jamon. Jamon, good morning. How are you, buddy?
Doing good. How you guys doing?
Well, you tell me, because I'm getting the sense, and I'm checking out the YouTube commentary here, and Dr. Denver Dan feels like there is too much negativity after a game that the Packers won. Where do you stand?
Definitely how I stand. Too much negativity. That's a good game by the Packers yesterday. I think a lot of people missed the interceptions that were dropped. I think if we catch a few of those interceptions, this is a blowout game. So, I mean, I'm impressed with the team. There are a few things we can clean up, but I mean, the drops is one of the things that we can clean up. I'm not sure if everybody needs, all the skilled guys probably should be on the drill machine trying to catch a ball.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
both sides of the ball.
Offense, everybody was both sides. It was ridiculous. But yeah, so I'm not too shabby about it. It's a win. You know, Green Bay finds a way to win these games, and that's what it comes down to. So go Pack go. So with the positive, I got too many of them. Malik Willis coming in and being able to lead the team down the field, score a touchdown. Beautiful sight, good thing to see. And when you know you back up and come in and get the job done.
Mm-hmm.
Not too many positives in the game. Don't have a few negatives. We're getting off the field for the defense. A few times where, like, you know, guys are behind us, chains, and we're giving up the big plays, giving them the first downs, and the plays that we're thinking, like, oh, okay, now Green Bay finally gets a chance to get the stop, to get a good lead, and second and long or third and long, we give up the long play, and it kind of was getting repetitive last night. I think they got maybe 3 or 4 fourth down conversions yesterday, so just kind of getting off the field has been a key thing, actually, for the defense for the past few weeks.
Great point, Jamon, about the fourth down. Now, I mentioned earlier, and thanks for the call. We always appreciate you. I mentioned earlier the big play from Josh Jacobs, from Micah Parsons, and Isaiah McDuffie with the sack on fourth down on the 4th and 3 from the Packers 10, which obviously was a huge play. But the other 3 times that the Giants went for it on fourth down, they got it. and those were obviously enormous conversions by them. The Packers held them, and they weren't bad on third down either. The Giants were 7 of 14; they were 50%. So not only did they have 7 third downs where they did get the stop, but then the Giants got 3 of those 7 on fourth down. So, yeah, look, I'm not saying, and Tausch, I don't feel like we've been overly negative personally, but I'm not saying that there weren't things to be troubled by, right? We talked about the run defense. Jamon makes a good point about third and fourth down and getting off the field. I also think the dropped intercept, my Steinhoffel sleeper of the week, Carrington Valentine, had 2, in a 3-play span that he dropped. Yep. Now, one of them, I think he got run into by McKinney. But the bottom line is that, I understand these guys are corners and not wide receivers for a reason, unless, of course, your name is Bo Melton, then you're both. But you can't drop those. If you're at the bottom of the league, only ahead of the Jets in terms of takeaways, then when you get some thrown to you, you said going into the game, McKinney said it, Jameis is going to give us some. He did. You didn't catch him until the last one from Evan Williams. We will get to more of your calls at the top of the 10 o'clock hour, but we can't do that until Tausch tells us about Tito's.
Tito's handmade vodka. It's always my go-to. It's made in Austin, Texas. The first legal distillery in the state. Tito's is 6 times distilled for a clean, smooth finish, and it's naturally gluten-free. That means it mixes with about anything, from a spicy Bloody Mary on game day to the classic vodka tonic while you're out flipping burgers or whatever you like to do. And you know what? Tito's isn't just about great drinks. They also give back in a big way, partnering with nonprofits and doing real good out in the communities across the country, especially for our four-legged friends. So the next time you're raising a glass, make sure it's Tito's handmade vodka, crafted to be savored responsibly.
The 10 o'clock hour, was Brian Bulaga here and I missed it? Kicks off in 2 minutes, so stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Since 1956, Holman Lindsay Paints has been making paint in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. Because of their commitment to making great paint for Wisconsinites, Holman Lindsay has grown over the years to 26 locations in this great state. Headquarters in Sun Prairie with a state-of-the-art facility, Holman Lindsay has the paint you need to make your job better. From do-it-yourself to professional, Holman Lindsay has paint for everyone. Visit one of their local locations today in Madison, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and Janesville.
Hi, this is former Badger Pro Football Hall of Famer Joe Thomas. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison. Good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison for generations. Check them out at 220 State Street and online at goodmansjewelers.com. The Green Bay Packers win 27-20 over the New York Giants on the road. Victory Monday. Everybody's feeling good, right? Still lots to critique from the Packers' victory yesterday to improve to 6-3-1 on the season. Head coach Matt LaFleur meeting with the media after the game.
Extremely happy with the win. We definitely didn't make it easy on ourselves, but bottom line is we overcame a lot of adversity and found a way, and that's sometimes what it takes in this league. And so we'll celebrate it tonight and move on to the Vikings tomorrow.
Josh Jacobs left yesterday's game with a knee injury. We'll stay tuned for more on the status of that as the day continues. From head coach Matt LaFleur meeting with the media in Green Bay later today. Lots to react to all day long on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel, including more Wilde and Tausch until noon. Mr. Irrelevant with Alex Strofe, live video streaming 12:30 on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Kyle Bruston Norman from 2 to 4. Jim, Matt, and Molly 4 to 6.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Wilde and Tausch begins now. Again, the overarching question, at least that Tausch had after the game and that I still have now, is do you feel better, worse, or the same about them? They won. I don't know. Don't know if everybody feels like they won, but they won, which is weird because the messaging does not feel that way. Especially, and look, I'm not saying that the YouTube chat is the bastion of positivity that Ted Lasso is. But poor Dr. Denver Dan it feels like he's fighting an uphill battle to try and bring some positivity to that group.
From the negativity standpoint, what are we most negative about? I mean, obviously the kicking situation is a complete cluster. Couldn't have butchered it more. Josh Jacobs' injury, totally understand, but there's some that think that's a positive as far as the offense goes. Your quarterback has never looked better this season. That was the best game he's played.
I agree. Mm-hmm.
So, that's such a critical component. Your backup has shown again, not that we needed validation, that he can do what you need him to do if called upon. So what is all of the negativity in reference
to? The Giants
to? Is
suck,
it the fact that
and you didn't beat them 38-10. That's the negative.
They're not a good team. They're not a good team, but
they're
I thought
playing their third-string quarterback. Their core is Jackson Dart, Cam Scatabo, and Malik Neighbors. And none of those guys played yesterday. They didn't have a couple of their other wide receivers either, and yet famous Jameis and...
Oh, we don't have our starting tight end. We didn't have our starting tailback.
I'm not arguing that people.
No,
I'm just trying to explain why they are negative, and I don't necessarily agree. I also look. I understand that it would be way easier on everyone, including the head coach, if they went out and won games 38-10. And there have certainly been periods in Packers history where they have done that on a regular basis. But generally speaking, I don't know, let me defer to the guy who played in the National Football League for as long as you did. That's hard to do because even the not very good teams still have professional players on their roster who make it hard to win 38-10 every week. Do they not?
Well, you factor in the new coach and the new quarterback and the excitement level. I think one of the things fans want to see they just want to see high-level performance regularly from this football team because that's what we are expecting. And this team has shown that is not where they're at. What do you always say? Meet people where they're at, right? The Packers have met people where they're at all season. Oh, Carolina, you're not very good. We'll meet you where you're at. Oh, okay, well, Philadelphia, you're pretty good. We'll meet you where you're at. And yesterday they met New York where they're at on a rock-hard field that they need to get that. That's a whole nother conversation. There's way too many injuries on that field. I think, and you see what they do in Spain. They bring in grass. And the NFL needs to be better. They're playing in Pittsburgh, you got the Panthers play one day, and then the next day you got Soldiers. That needs to get fixed
in one hand
yesterday. But it is really difficult to win road games in the NFL. And then you factor in you're missing guys. They have a natural bump from firing their coach. You start wearing people out at the end of the year when teams quit or teams aren't as motivated.
Mm-hmm.
If you're blowing teams out every week, that's not the NFL model. It's not what they want. It's not how it's designed, and it's not how it goes. So if you want to get your expectations up in that point and you want to be disappointed every week, go ahead. Be my guest. I ain't going to do that. And that's why I feel like, you know what, good, gritty win. Move it along. No apologies. Get some stuff figured. Don't stop dropping every blanking ball in the first half and put people in there that aren't going to. That's if you want to get mad about something, I get it. Don't drop interceptions when they're thrown to you. Okay? Bow up a little bit on the run defense. And Rich Bisaccia in that special teams unit, oh, God. That if you want to complain, how that group has been managed and how it's been done is absurd. It has been absurd. And I don't know why he gets as many passes as he does and how that all plays out. But it has been a complete cluster, you know what. And they better get that figured out. Hopefully McManus's quad magically heals yesterday. Because what we saw, and I know it was windy, but come on, man. That ain't going to be good enough.
Be our guest. Be our guest. Let's get back to the
10
calls.
guys. We catch the break of the day with 10 guys on the field. And I don't know, they call a chop block, which for whatever reason Fox doesn't want to show, or I missed it.
We never saw it. Right.
Can we see what the chop block was? Because I've never heard that called. There's usually leverage or a hold, but a chop block on a kick? Never heard of it. Love to have seen it. Thank you very much, Drew Brees. You know what I mean? Come on, Drew.
I thought Drew Brees was pretty good yesterday.
Yeah, I thought he was good. Yeah.
I think his delivery, he doesn't sound super confident yet. But when he spoke, I thought he was really insightful. Seems to be an upgrade over Mark Sanchez. That's who he replaced.
I thought Mark Sanchez was good on air.
Yeah,
obviously not quite as good in.
Not great as a player, or even worse as a.
Let's get back to the phones. 844-770-3776. That's the Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more. Let's go to Norm. Norm! In Sheboygan.
Sure,
Norm,
he's never
good morning.
heard that before.
How you doing?
Morning, guys. So you kind of took a little bit of the words out of my mouth before.
Sorry, Norm.
But, my negative, and I don't want to be like super negative, but just the defense and the lack of turnovers. It's been an issue all year, and I heard Tausch kind of mentioning it before the game, saying it's going to be turnover palooza. We had Jameis Winston, and if you want to win some of these games 38-10, that seems like the biggest thing to me. This defense is good, but if they want to be great, they gotta force some turnovers, take advantage when they're there, because
that's a great point.
I mean, that could have easily been a blowout if they had just intercepted the balls that were there. I mean, Valentine got hit in the chest with a couple of them that I still don't think he's reacted to try to catch the ball. And I mean, that just would really turn things around, in my opinion. And it's been all year just kind of waiting. When are we going to finally get the turnovers? We got Parsons to rush the passer. It should, you would think, lead to more turnovers, and they just can't get anything going. I don't understand what the issue is there.
That is a phenomenal point, Norm. Norm, can I ask you a question? How old are you?
Are you going to bring up Cliff? Are you bringing up Cliff?
No. How old are you?
I thought for sure you were
I am 44 years old.
Okay, so how often do you get the Norm that I delivered? I'm curious how frequently that occurs.
Quite often.
Okay. Good. So you're used to it. Good. Appreciate the call.
I appreciate it. Anytime I call into like a radio show or something, it's almost a guarantee.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry to be predictable, but great call. And the point about takeaways fueling blowouts is 1,000% right, and a really good point for him to make.
Yeah.
Cliff Clavin would have been able to tell us that, though.
We got 2 turnovers yesterday, which might be, is that our watermark? Has there been one we've had 3?
So does that include the last play of the game? Is that technically a fumble recovered by Rashawn Gary then? So that,
is that not a turnover?
Well,
no, I'm asking. I don't know.
It is.
I guess it is.
It is a turnover. I guess what I'm saying is if that occurs during a portion of the game where you get the ball and then get to possess it on offense where you can turn it into points, it might be more valuable than the last play of the game where if they had called it an incomplete pass or whatever else, the game's still over. Right? I mean, I didn't understand why they reviewed that.
Timmy?
We should have a new verbiage for a turnover when you don't actually get the ball before halftime or at the end of the game.
Timmy, you got the ball.
Who is
Timmy? Every time you do this, I'm going to call you Timmy Lasso instead of
Tim
Teddy.
Lasso, yeah.
You got 2 turnovers. Like, that was a second turnover, Tim. So, yes, obviously it'd be great if you do that before the half and you go get a field goal or a touchdown, but it's still a turnover. And by the way, when I was explaining the cherry or the strawberry, the blueberry, I don't know, hot turnovers just dribbling down your face because Jameis Winston, we had opportunities to have fruit filling all crusted in our beards in a turnover palooza, and we decided we didn't want that. We wanted it to be difficult. We didn't want to squeeze all that out and go ahead and blow out the New York Giants. I don't know why. Ask Xavier. Ask Valentine. You can ask all the boys. Maybe it's because it's Movember and everybody's got beards and stashes. They didn't want all that crust, but it was there for the taking. And when they needed to make a play, both to stop them from scoring a tutter to tie it and to close up shop, we got the juicy fruit filling out that got us a victory.
I don't like that imagery at all, but okay. Jesse, I just had a quick question. There's a quote here on the rundown, and the last time you put quotes in from AI, none of them were accurate. Did Tausch actually say on Green Bay game night, you can't call it bad luck if it keeps happening, it's a pattern?
Did he? Tausch, did you say that?
And what was it in regard to?
The Green Bay Packers.
You can't call it bad luck if it keeps happening. It's a pattern.
What am I calling
Frankly,
bad luck?
That sounds like an AI-generated inaccurate quote to me.
Busted!
And I'm just curious. Stop doing that!
Busted!
Why are you doing that? What are you doing?
I'm trying to teach ChatGPT how to do stuff, and every now and then it gets some stuff wrong, and we're learning. It's like a dog learning how to go outside.
Man, what would I have said that in reference to?
I don't even know.
I was hoping you did, and then we could have explored what you said it in reference to.
What kind of strategy is that? I put it into ChatGPT. It claimed that Tausch said it, and I was hoping that he actually did.
Yeah, maybe this will be a new segment we do. We put things in quotes, and we see if they were things we actually said or not.
Tausch, I need you to say how you did on Prize Picks.
I'm irritated. I'm very irritated with my Prize Picks. Why did we not at least take a look when Josh Jacobs was healthy? I thought he scored. Did you all not think he scored?
I did.
And then
I did think he scored. Yep.
We don't even we decide now we're going to run tempo right there.
That cost
that
you,
irritated me. Well, and I don't remember. I do because I didn't win that one. I wasn't going to win my Prize Picks projection yesterday. Jordan Love, I don't think got to 9.5 yards rushing either. I think he was at 7. So not great, Bob, for old T, but it was still fun. And whether it's football, basketball, or both Prize Picks, they do make every game more exciting. I've been playing for a while, and it just keeps you intrigued. And you know what? If you're right, cash in. Right now, Prize Picks has stacks. You can pick that same player up to 3 times in one lineup. You can go big on Giannis. You can go big on Jordan Love. You can go big on anybody that you feel like you can stack, and you can only do that on Prize Picks. Deposits are fast, easy with Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more. Download that Prize Picks app today. Use code WI, and you get $50 in lineups after you play that first $5 lineup. Again, that is code WI on Prize Picks. Prize Picks, it's good
to be right. Unless
I wasn't right yesterday.
Alex Strofe, it's right to be good, am I right? All right, Bill in Albuquerque, you are on deck. We will get to you and many others on the Carbless Talk and Text line next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Timeout on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 6 years.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. Ends 11/30/2025.
Mark Toscher here for Pizza Hut, and let me tell you, Pizza Hut delivers a win every time with the Big Dinner Box. For just $19.99, get 2 medium, 1 topping pizzas, 8 boneless wings, and 5 breadsticks. Feed your whole team for one unbeatable price. Choose your crust, hand-tossed, pan, thin and crispy, or even tavern style. Order now for delivery or carry out at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. The Big Dinner Box for just $19.99, only at Pizza. And remember, no one on Pizza's the Hut.
This is Ricky, owner of Infinity Exteriors here in Madison. I've seen it too many times. Homeowners paying thousands too much for new windows. Big promises of premium installs that never deliver. Madison, you deserve better. At Infinity Exteriors, we're local experts for energy-efficient windows, roofing, and siding with transparent pricing and no gimmicks. Every project comes with a lifetime workmanship because we believe in doing it right. We're on a mission to save our communities from overpriced, unqualified window contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com, proud partner of your Madison Mallards.
We shopped at Chalmers because my husband wanted to get me a larger diamond in my engagement ring.
The folks at Chalmers said, well, we could just make it like this and we could do these things. Really just basically decided that there wasn't any place else we wanted to shop.
And not only did they create this new engagement ring for me with this gorgeous center stone, they also rehabbed this other ring, and I am beyond pleased.
Her favorite thing to do now is to walk around and show her hands and have people comment on it.
Win a pair of tickets to see Green Bay host Chicago on December 7th.
Which includes access to Green Bay's upscale tailgating destination,
the Tundra Trio.
3 upscale homes just steps from the stadium, featuring next-level pre- and post-game festivities with gourmet food and premium drinks. Thanks to Dr. Pepper and ESPN Wisconsin. Enter to win now at ESPNWisconsin.com.
Wherever you watch the game, nothing hits like the bold signature flavor of Dr. Pepper.
Enjoy an ice-cold Dr. Pepper during your next visit to McDonald's. No purchase necessary. Enter by November 23rd.
Hey, it's Riley Yauk. Stay in the know on area high school sports and follow ESPN Madison on social media for Prep Mania on Deck, each week's preview for the top games and events. Prep Mania on Deck is brought to you by Zimbrick Honda, a proud supporter of high school sports and local communities.
Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
On the air, on demand, on social, on Wisconsin Sports. Serving Wisconsin sports fans. This is 100.5 ESPN.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right. And naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything. From the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Listen to Madison Money Guy every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on 100.5 ESPN and ESPNWisconsin.com.
I like to refer to inflation as the silent killer. It's an invisible risk. It's just the idea that things get more expensive over time. You're going to need milk and eggs when you're in your early 60s and when you're in your early 80s. You're going to get a loaf of bread, and it's going to be more expensive 20 years from now.
Christian Finfrock is the Madison Money Guy. Call him today at 208-1800.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
'Cause I'm a hazard to myself. Don't let me get me. No, I'm my own worst enemy. It's bad when you know yourself. So irritating. No, don't wanna be my friend no more.
Let's keep rolling with the calls on the Carbless Talking text line. Liz is more.
Jason, you agreeing with me on the fact this is the best Jordan's looked all year? It was yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, look, his stat line doesn't look that way, right? He's 13 to 24.
We all saw that, though.
But we all know why.
City, USA.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So the only thing I would say before... I'm sorry, Bill. We'll have to keep you waiting another moment. The only thing I would say is that there are moments of Farvian 50-50 balls that if they go the other way, obviously, they can be problematic, right? And look, if more of those go your way than the opponent's way, then it's worth all the risk. And for all the folks that would often criticize Aaron Rodgers for not taking enough risks, there is no such criticism being levied in Jordan Love's direction. Correct?
No, there is not. That is correctamundo.
And so, I go back to the Pittsburgh game when he had that great line about the throw to Tucker Kraft of, I just was hoping nothing bad would happen. I didn't know where it was going. Like, those are things that are a little problematic. But again, like, and this is the one thing that I would say, and I understand we have some critique of the defense today and their run defense, but if the defense is as good as we think it is and as good as it's been for most but not all of the season, then I want him to take a few more of those risks, like Favre used to. Like the example that I always use with Favre was Leroy Butler coming up to him when he was a young quarterback, including in 96 when I think he threw 13 picks, so he didn't throw a ton. But it was always, hey, man, if you take a chance and it doesn't work out, don't worry. We'll get you the ball back. So keep slinging it. Now, he also had Holmgren on the sideline telling him, no rocket balls, please. But the bottom line is that if you have a good defense, that's one of the other fringe benefits, is that
Perks.
if you make a mistake, they're going to get you the ball back. Now, I think my biggest criticism, I understand the run defense part of it, but my biggest criticism at this point is they're not getting enough takeaways. Now, I understand that you would like me to not be Timmy Lasso and say that the last one doesn't count. I didn't say it didn't count. It's not the same as having the chance to convert it into points.
It's a turn down, not a turnover.
And we were talking about how you get a 38-10 blowout, and Norm's point was a good one. So they had other interception opportunities that they, like the offense, dropped. If you catch those, maybe it is a blowout. And certainly the Packers
Catch them
did
if
make
you can, am I right?
Bottom line is that they did enough, but if their defense starts getting takeaways in these final 7 games, things get a hell of a lot more interesting.
Heck yeah. Agreed.
Let's get back to your calls.
Let's see if Bill's a bows up guy.
Woo! Woo! Mountain West title contention for the Lobos.
In Albuquerque's in Albuquerque. That's bows up country. Beep! Woo! Good win for Coach Eck this weekend.
Do they make that noise when they do that?
That's what are you new here? That's I disagree with it, but that's what we do at being a bows up guy.
No, that's what you do. Do the New Mexico fans in the stands when they're doing
you
this?
You think I just made it up?
Woo, woo!
I mean, in fairness to Jesse, you have been known to make sound effects, not to the level of Michael Winslow of Police Academy fame, but you do make your own sound effects from time to time.
I do. Hey, it's a fair criticism.
But this one is rooted in Lobo country.
Let's ask Bill. Bill wants to get on. He's been sitting here on hold
How do I
for
do
a
it?
while.
No, now
Let's
help
see.
me do it. Give me one more of those.
Woo! Woo!
All right, Bill in Albuquerque. Is that the correct sound effect for the Lobos? Good morning.
Hi. How are you guys? You hear me?
We can. I'd much rather hear you than Tausch.
I'm so far away now. I just moved to Albuquerque 4 years ago, and you guys are my lifeline to the Packers. So thanks for taking my call.
Of course.
Hey, the Lobos are doing great. I mean, I think please don't steal our coach. I think that might happen.
Not next year.
But, not next year, but maybe the following year if we can keep him one more year because he's a hot commodity now. Anyway, listen, I got a couple of comments that pent up 4 years of comments, but a win is my positive. The thing about a win is, can you imagine what the landscape would look like if we would have lost that game? I mean, the season is almost down the drain if it isn't down the drain. And if they don't fire LaFleur after the game at the end of the season is almost guaranteed. You can't be a contender or think that you're going to turn things around if you lose your third game to a very subpar team. It just doesn't happen. So everybody would be depressed. And I would say that the more comments I hear, the happier I am that we won the game. Now, as far as my negatives go, it's got to be the drops. You cannot continue. Just think of what the long drives. What are long drives of? They're those clutch pass completions that keep you rolling. Those are those things that the emotions are high. We're moving the ball. Even if you overcome drop, you still have that letdown, that immediate letdown. Oh, we could have had that. That also contributes to this herky-jerkiness of the offense. You got to catch the ball, and if you can't catch the ball, you can't play as many snaps as somebody who can. That is just the way it goes. I'm sorry. The other thing I have a question for Tausch. Earlier, you guys were talking about the having a cornerback, a start opposing cornerback on your best receiver or on the play call every time. My question is, how many times I'm gonna this is a two-parter, but how many times have we seen in the last 20 years with Rodgers him giving a look over to a receiver, Jennings, Nelson, all those guys, they have a nod, and no matter what the play is called, they know they got that guy. They know they've got the play. So Rodgers audibles out of that play. He says, "Go get him. I got you. I'm going to throw it. You got it. You go get him." Isn't part of the responsibility of the quarterback? And I'm a Jordan Love lover. I'm on his side all day long. I think he's with the right team. He's the Super Bowl quarterback. But when those opportunities exist, he's got to recognize them and go after it, no matter what the play is called. He's a great improviser. But part of the process of a mature quarterback is when you get to the line of scrimmage and you see something that you really like or you can take advantage of. This isn't LaFleur's responsibility. This is the quarterback's responsibility. Go get your matchup. It's got to be out there someplace, and go get it. How many times? There's a whole highlight reel of Rodgers doing that. And I don't want to make Love Rodgers. That's not it. But he's got to recognize those times when it comes in. And if your star receiver is on the number one CB, look someplace else right away. See if you can find a matchup you really like and go after it. And I got one more comment, guys, if you got time.
Sure.
Didn't Bisaccia actually, a couple of weeks ago, didn't he actually go to the mic and actually stab LaFleur in the back? Didn't he go, after LaFleur says there's a competition, didn't he go and says, nope, we know who our number one place kicker is? Why is he going up there and saying that?
Yeah.
He stabbed him right in the back. And that is unacceptable. I mean, not only is his team, his special teams, are they, besides Wieland, who's terrific, it doesn't matter who the coach is.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, how do you, as the assistant head coach, no less, how do you go up to the podium and a day after your head coach says there's a competition, do you not go back and back him up, says, at the very least, do a PR on the rest and say, there's always competition, guys. We're always looking at that. Who can help our team at the time? And how much harm would it have done? Say, you know what? We got an injured kicker here. We got to give him some time. And we have another guy. We're going to go with him for a while, and we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Obviously on Sunday against the Vikings now, but Lucas Haversick did not wrap himself in glory yesterday, despite the wins.
A pretty tough day.
On top of that, to Bill's previous point about looks and whatever else, I don't know if anyone has reached the point. Maybe Romeo, sort of, but then Romeo obviously had the drops yesterday. I don't know how much of the Aaron Rodgers, give Devontae Adams or give Jordy Nelson a look. I'm not sure how much of that they've reached, right? Maybe Watson, had he not missed as much time as he did the first couple of years, maybe he's at that point right now. But I don't think they've got anybody that...
Well, first off, yeah, Aaron Rodgers wasn't doing that in 08-09.
Correct.
Like, you have to gain... First, you have to gain the trust that the coach lets you do that, and then you also have to have such, just unbelievable chemistry, whether it's with James Jones in the back shoulder or with Jordy. That is something that is earned over a period of time. And with this group, it would be Romeo would be the only guy, and they're not there. And as you saw yesterday, it was a lot of drops. I'm not worried about that part of it. I'm not as intrigued. The Rich Bisaccia part of it, yeah, I don't get it. Somebody has to explain to me what. I don't get this. The whole dynamic there makes no sense. And it's one thing if you have the best special teams on earth, and you're like, oh yeah, okay, well let Rich be Rich. The special teams have sucked, and it's been a disaster. And yet somehow still everybody's looking at this. I'm flummoxed by it. I really am.
Rightfully so. We're way behind on the clock, but we do have some breaking news. It is back. Your chance to win Kringle for a year from Racine Danish Kringles. The jingle for your Kringle contest presented by Racine Danish Kringles is back. This is your chance to let your creative juices flow, deliver a musical performance, and potentially win Kringle for a year. And maybe you can just come up with the lyrics and put them into ChatGPT and they'll sing it for you, and then Jesse will play it on the air. Remember the line. It's not just a treat, it's a tradition. Has to be included in your jingle. That's really the only rule here. Jesse, we want to limit our jingles this year to 30 seconds.
60 seconds is the
60
maximum.
seconds.
60
All right,
seconds.
60. You got 1 minute. 1 minute to put together your jingle for your Kringle. Had a ton of entries last year. I hope we can have even more. The girls and I are working on our next holiday movie rendition after Elf was such a big hit. Again, it is your chance to win Kringle for a year from Racine Danish Kringles. Submit your entry and find the contest rules at jingleforyourkringle.com. We got our own website now. Jingleforyourkringle.com. That's jingleforyourkringle.com. Jingle for Your Kringle is brought to you by Racine Danish Kringles. 800-4DANISH or kringle.com to order your Kringle for this holiday season. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Toscher here with an offer for a bath or shower remodel from Kohler Services. Family owned for 150 years, Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer providing care for life. And this month only, you can get $1,000 off your Lugstone shower remodel and zero interest financing for 12 months. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
What's better than cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand? Cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand that you got for 10% off. And when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank, you get even more. Like 10% off food and 10% off drinks on game day. Like that ice-cold beer in your hand. Plus 15% off Pro Shop gear. Only with Packers checking. Associated Bank. Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
This season, the Bucks are going for it all.
A game winner for the Greek Freak.
Go inside the team's pursuit of a championship on Locked In, the new season of the Behind the Bucks podcast, narrated by Bucks legend Marcus Johnson. Hear from the team stars on why they think they can make history. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
It's football season in Wisconsin and the energy is electric. Get ready to fuel up the hype with Monster Energy. With bold flavors and that legendary kick, Monster gives you the power to go all 4 quarters. Whether you're tailgating before the big game, watching with friends at home, or catching every play at your favorite spot. Because game day isn't just about football. It's about bringing the energy wherever you are. Stop by your local Piggly Wiggly to pick up a Monster Energy drink today. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast.
To help those who want to be helped, but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
Buying a new vehicle should be exciting, and that's what Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb aims to do. That's why they vow to give you the better buying experience. Jim Rutledge here. I've had 3 better buying experiences at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb, and I keep on going back because the experience and the Chevy is fantastic. So if you're looking for a buying experience you're going to want to repeat anytime you need a new or new-to-you vehicle, I recommend you make the short drive out to Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb, because you're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Hi, this is Lee, inviting you to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. We got a great happy hour every day of the week from 4 o'clock to 7, and our patio during the summer is open too. If you're getting married, special occasion, a birthday, anniversary, or even a business meeting, we've got all the accommodations right here at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. You work hard and sometimes you're not sure what you want to do, where you want to spend your money. I want to encourage you to come into Ruth's Chris Steakhouse and say hello. It'd be a pleasure to meet you.
We're on the Packers.
This team's not going to run the table.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
There's just too many things that we are not doing consistently that is going to get your blank beat against good teams.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN.
Few spots open on the Carbless Talk and Text line. 844-770-3776. Need to get to Rodney in Madison, John the horse trainer in Cleveland, and Mike in Texas first. But if you want to put a call in, or maybe we can actually get the texts for once on this here program.
Do you like my new graphics I've been putting up here on the video stream when we go to the calls?
I don't know. Are they AI generated?
They are not. No. We made these ourselves. Yeah. It's kind of fun.
Wait a minute. Did you make them yourself, or did someone make them for you and you're putting them up?
I'm not the graphics guy. Come on.
Okay. You said we made them ourselves. That means you included yourself.
Yeah, we, the team. Yeah.
Who did it?
I don't actually know. Maddie, maybe?
Okay. Let's get to another call. Let's go to Rodney in Madison. Rodney, thanks for holding on. Good morning. Welcome to Wilde and Tausch.
Yeah, good morning. How you been?
We've been good. How you been?
Well, I'm great. But I have a problem with LaFleur. He just don't seem like he's got the killer instinct. I'll tell you why. Even against the Eagles, when Josh Jacobs said he heard them holler the play out what was running. They should have took a timeout. They're too predictable on plays, on important plays. Yesterday, when we got the ball back with 45 seconds left, they had 3 timeouts. We should have got a first. All we had to do was get a first down and win the game. And we didn't. We kicked the ball back with 3 seconds left, or 20 seconds, 15 seconds, whatever it was. And there was a chance where something crazy happens, I mean, penalties that we got a penalty on them. I don't know how many yards penalized that was on the interference call down there, and crazy stuff happens. We are just special teams, our penalties. We don't know how to line up on offense. We got tight ends that, since Tucker went out, we have nothing. They might as well cut all our tight ends and put linemen in there and run the ball with 2 extra linemen instead of two tight ends, because they're not going to catch it anyway. So I'm glad they won. I'm really happy they did.
You sound like it.
And well, I'm concerned about going forward.
Yeah, Rodney, I don't have a problem with you having a concern moving forward, because this was not, I think, as impressive of a win as I think was reasonable to expect, given where the Giants are, what pieces they were missing, Jameis Winston's knack for throwing interceptions, the Packers dropping passes on offense and dropping interceptions on defense. I think all that criticism is fair. I am curious, Tausch, to Rodney's question about the final offensive possession. Like, I like the third down call. If it's there, you're throwing it to pick up the first down and end the game. And if it's not there, slide inbounds, don't get yourself whacked in the shoulder again, Jordan, and force them to use another timeout. So you got all the timeouts burned, and then you got a cannon for a punter who has put you in great positions with his ability to flip the field at a ridiculous level. Did you have an issue with how they handled the last possession?
No, not at all. I think the only thing you can't do there is throw an incomplete pass and give them another 35 seconds.
And keep their time.
I thought they handled that well. Now, obviously, you'd love to say line up and just pound the football and get those 10 yards and wrap it up. You gave yourself an opportunity by rolling out and trying to make a play. It didn't work, and you didn't do anything dumb. We saw this movie before with the Cleveland Browns, and you did something dumb and you lost the game, that if you had done what you did yesterday, you win the game.
Correct.
So, the whole predictability and doing all this, you closed up shop. You have a closer. You have Mariano Rivera on your team. You found a way to do it yesterday. That is going to be the formula. And by the way, yes, you want the offense to finish the game. There's nothing better than finishing a game in victory formation. But this team, for the first time in a while, you have enough on the defense. We saw it in Arizona. We've seen this before, where this team has finished games on the field on defense and closed it up. They did it twice yesterday. They did it in Arizona. This is a group that can do that, and I think Matt LaFleur has handled that. I would disagree there as far as playing it too conservative at the end.
We're still a segment behind before we get to the 11 o'clock hour, so let me remind you about Associated Bank. I know folks have gotten a kick out of our Associated Bank 3 things to watch that we post on our social media channels on game day. This week's, I was actually in Lambeau shooting some TV stuff, so I did it from there in front of an Associated Bank sign. They are the official bank of the Packers. They've been there since the Packers began in 1919. But more importantly, they're there for you now, with great customer service that's won a bunch of awards, whether it's early pay, whether it's credit monitoring, whether it's fraud protection, whether it's having Bucky and the Badgers on your checks, or whether it's having the Packers logo on your checks, or whether it's having the Brewers logo on your checks. You can get Packers, Brewers, or Badgers checking as well. So go to AssociatedBank.com to find out more. More of your calls next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Start your career where the road to success is paved in coffee. At Dunkin' Donuts, we're now hiring crew members and hourly shift leaders at our locally owned locations. Dunkin' offers flexible schedules, employee discounts, health and dental benefits, and paid time off. Plus, bolster your resume with our own leadership training program and even scholarship opportunities. Up to $1,500 per semester. Text Team Spirit to 85000 or visit teamtmart.com/careers to apply. Dunkin', America runs on you.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Steinhoffels. Their Black Friday mattress sale is on now. Save up to $900 on top brands and get 60 months 0% financing only at Steinhoffels and Steinhoffels.com.
A snapback to reality for Wisconsin as they fell to number 2 Indiana. A strong first half showing was undone by a brutal second half stretch that included a lost fumble, an interception, and 3 Fernando Mendoza touchdown passes. UW's offense also only mustered 23 total yards after the break. The Badgers now look to bounce back this weekend against Illinois. Kickoff is slated for 6:30 p.m. on the Big Ten Network.
Get a whole house of new Pella windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% financing for up to 6 years.
Wow. Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
Grassland Butter is built by tradition right here in Wisconsin. Grassland is family owned and has been crafting butter for 5 generations. That's why at Grassland Butter, you're more than just an employee, you're family. The Wietrich family believes in supporting each other, growing together, and building a workplace where everyone feels valued. Your voice matters at Grassland Dairy. Your success is our success. Join a team where culture isn't just a buzzword, it's how we live every day. Check us out online at grassland.com. That's grassland.com.
Ben Brust here to tell you about the Princeton Club. If you're looking for a place where you can better yourself while having a wonderful atmosphere, you have it at the Princeton Club. Strong communities, strong body, and strong mind. All it takes is one small step to start today. You will see that you have everything you need in order to achieve all of your goals. Find your better tomorrow at the Princeton Club. 8 Madison locations where you go in there, you take a tour, and you realize this is a place for me. Find more at PrincetonClub.net.
From color-changing alexandrite to shimmering zircon and everything in between at Chalmers Jewelers, you'll find high-quality, affordable, one-of-a-kind pieces. We source straight from the gem cutters and we manufacture in-house from start to finish. As the manufacturer, we believe in truth in pricing. Never pay more for quality and stunning, beautiful jewelry. She's one of a kind, and so should her jewelry be. While others may send your jewelry dreams to someone else to make, with us, your dreams become reality with the help of our custom jewelers, with you involved the whole way. With a staff that has over 200 years of combined experience, why buy from a place that marks up jewelry made by the thousands? When you can buy direct from Chalmers for that one-of-a-kind piece that is better quality, often for less.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
The Don has spoken.
This is not a program that you have to turn around. This is not a rebuild program. This is a program that has won, has been winning.
Listen to the Barry Alvarez Show, Mondays at 6 on 100.5 ESPN.
A little bit of breaking news from Bill Huber of Sports Illustrated on the Josh Jacobs front. Per a source, who I'm going to bet is Josh Jacobs' agent, Josh Jacobs does not need surgery. He possibly, in quotation marks, will be out on Sunday against the Vikings. So for the crowd that believes that they might be better off without him in the lineup, that's not a great sign. Ian Rappaport echoing Bill's report. Josh Jacobs' knee is structurally sound and no surgery is needed. He's considered day-to-day, but could miss the game against the Vikings. So there you go. Tausch, that's still good news, right?
Yep.
Okay. Josh DiMaggio may disagree, but nevertheless. We continue with the calls. 844-770-3776. Jesse, are we due for Rodney and Madison, or did we talk to him already?
Nope, we just did Rodney. Let's go to line 7, whoever that was.
John, the horse trainer in Cleveland. John, good morning. Welcome to Wilde and Tausch. How you doing?
Well, good, fellas. How are you guys doing?
Good. Thanks for holding on so long. What are your thoughts? You feel better, worse, or the same about the Packers after yesterday?
Well, I feel like, this whole season in the NFL has been a Jekyll and Hyde season. I mean, it would be hard to even the Eagles. And I think the Eagles look as human against the Packers as they have against anyone the last couple of years. We've been biting at
lost to the Giants, too.
Right at their coach. Yeah. And so, for me, guys, Tausch, you guys do this for a living. I enjoy listening to you guys. But this is such a, I would hate to be a coach in this league because it's such a up and down, what have you done for me lately kind of a deal. And it comes down to culture. Matt LaFleur, he's a hell of a coach. His record speaks for himself. But, there's a few things you'd say, just even our 2-minute drill sometimes that we lack intensity. And I'm not saying that's all the coach's job, but at the end of the day, tenacity, intensity, the muscle between your chest is what makes this whole thing work. We sit here, and I listened to the post game last night with Homer, kind of dogging on Micah. Well, there's guys on that team that come close to having that athleticism, but as that muscle is big between the chest. And, I think that these guys want to make a run. One, they're going to have to trust Jordan Love. He looks like the most solid leader on that team. He's very stoic. If he's guilty of anything, I think it's kind of cowtailing to, with respect to, Matt LaFleur gets a little jumpy in those tight moments. Man, let your guy just do his thing. This is a simple game, ball in hand. This is sometimes schematically we look to be so smart. And when at the end of the day, it's all right there in front of you. You got a great team. I think Josh Jacobs is a great player. You look at, I called you guys last year when this Aaron Jones thing came up, or a year and a half ago. Aaron Jones was a dog. He was intense. He was tenacious. That vibe is like a cancer in a positive growth, obviously, but it goes the other way too. If your coach is uptight, sometimes in the most kind of adrenaline impactful moments, how can your quarterback, the guy he's in his ear, how's that guy supposed to have the same, so at the end of the day, I think there's some cultural things just that we can simplify, let Love do his thing. Maybe he won't be so jumpy in those tight moments and won't make a mistake if there's a growth of confidence behind him, which they better do. They paid him $55 million a year. I don't know why they're not letting this guy do his thing. And
hey, John,
go ahead.
You got to let your horses run. You can't keep them corralled up in the barn. At some point, you just got to put them out there. You did all the training. You had them, and when it gets to be Derby Day or the Preakness or any of these big ones, let them go run. All right? You can't always have you got to just say go. And I think days like yesterday will give the trainer, a la Matt LaFleur, more confidence to let him run.
We're close. We're just close. That's a good football team. We got talent. We got swagger. Jordan Love finds his shadow. This team it can beat anybody. It's a Jekyll and Hyde league. Who are you guys picking to win the Super Bowl? Nobody knows. Nobody knows who's going to win.
It's true.
So, in any case, I digress. You guys are the best. You both are I can't tell you how great it is to hear you guys every day, and just have a great day.
We appreciate you, John. Was that a Groundhog Day reference?
Shadows.
Jordan Love sees his shadow.
I would have loved John to, he's a horse trainer. I'd have loved to give me some feedback.
God,
But
I was just
what?
I was just about to say, great job with the horse analogy.
Yeah, but I
with
want
the horse
John, who's
trainer.
in the industry.
I think
he's in the industry.
So he calls to tell us how much he loves listening to us and how great
we love
are.
John.
And he hangs up, and you get after him for not giving you enough of an attaboy for your horse training.
I just wanted
analogy.
a little acknowledgement from Johnny, the horse trainer. You know, if Dwayne Lucas, R.I.P., I believe Dwayne passed away. If Dwayne Lucas calls, I want him breaking down this via a horse because he's won.
If Dwayne Lucas calls, I want to know what happens after we die, and I'd like him to tell us because he's dead.
Well, I don't know if you know this now. There are ways through AI and things that you can continue to talk with loved ones.
And clearly, and Jesus, from what I saw.
Can't even quote us right when we're alive. Now what's to do when we're dead?
But I do think yesterday, and why I'm more encouraged than others, is because Jordan had one of those days that you let him run. It wasn't slop. He wasn't out there in the mud. You let him run, and you saw something that, hey, he's going to make good decisions. He's not going to go all wide the whole time. When he can work his way back into that post, where you want to be, because that's the shortest point, he found a way to get back out there. And when he had to take a risk, he gunned it, and it worked. And he ended up finishing that thing off with Micah helping him tackle one of the other horses. It was a good little deal.
Tackle one of the other horses.
Yeah, there, boy.
I think our analogy broke down.
Okay. We need to get some more of your calls. We need to get to the 11 o'clock hour. We've been playing catch-up all day. But before we can do that, I want to remind you again of this awesome thing we're doing with Dr. Pepper. You can win a pair of tickets to see Green Bay versus Chicago. I think you know who those two teams are. On December 7th, it will include reservations to the Tundra Trio, Green Bay's upscale tailgating destination where we do Green Bay game day every week that they're at home. Steps from the stadium featuring gourmet food, premium drinks, all thanks to Dr. Pepper and ESPN Wisconsin. You can enter to win right now at espnwisconsin.com or, as I've told you, this still exists too, espnwisconsincontests.com. Either one will get you there. Nothing hits like the bold signature flavor of Dr. Pepper, and you can enjoy an ice cold Dr. Pepper during your next trip to McDonald's as well. No purchase necessary. Enter by November 23rd. The 11 o'clock hour starts in 2 minutes, so stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
What's new at Zimbrick Chevrolet? A lot. A free car wash with every service, plus a brand new detail facility to keep your ride looking fresh all year long. Relax with coffee and snacks while you wait, and if you can't, grab one of their numerous service loaners, take the shuttle, or even get a lift on them. Plus, Zimbrick Chevrolet has the largest new Chevrolet inventory in southern Wisconsin, and you'll never overpay at Zimbrick Chevrolet. Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust.
This is former Wisconsin linebacker Chris Orr. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison, a Good Karma Brands radio station on Wisconsin.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson, Sports Center, brought to you by Wisconsin Surplus in Mount Horeb, your homegrown auction powerhouse. From government assets to vehicles and equipment, find your next deal at wisconsinsurplus.com. Victory Monday on ESPN Wisconsin following a Green Bay Packers 27-20 win on the road over the New York Giants. Everybody's happy because the team won, right? Maybe not so much. The Packers needed a fourth quarter comeback to get the victory in East Rutherford, New Jersey yesterday afternoon. Head coach Matt LaFleur after the game.
Extremely happy with the win. We definitely didn't make it easy on ourselves, but bottom line is we overcame a lot of adversity and found a way, and that's sometimes what it takes in this league. And so we'll celebrate it tonight and move on to the Vikings tomorrow.
Reactions to the Packers win continuing all day here on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel, including more Wilde and Tausch continuing until noon here this afternoon. NBA tonight, the Milwaukee Bucks in action visiting the Cleveland Cavaliers. Tip time at 6 o'clock here on Madison's home of the Bucks, 100.5 ESPN. Wisconsin hosts SIU Edwardsville at the Kohl Center, 7 o'clock.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Hour of Wilde and Tausch as we get through our last couple of calls here, and then in a surprising upset, we're actually going to have time to play trivia today? That can't be true. Tausch has got to derail us before that happens. Let's go back to the phones. The Carbless Talk and text line, 844-770-3776, and go to Mike in Texas. Mike, man, you held on a long time. Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks. Let's say I had no expectations before this game. I mean, I saw someone who had a shirt on, not me personally, but Matt Rampage. He met someone in New York, had a shirt that says that we almost always almost win. And that's so true this season. Every game you don't know what's going to happen. I have no idea. And as the last caller echoed, this season is wacky. I mean, teams up and down. Jaguars destroy the Chargers. So, I mean, we can see the four best teams in the NFC, but still, I mean, yeah, they didn't play great, but it was a win. I felt good, but it didn't make me feel like, hey, this told us anything. You know?
Yeah, I don't feel any better, worse. I don't really feel differently, other than the fact that, we're talking about Jordan Love, and I'd be curious, Mike, if you agree with this. Tausch said it's one of his best games, if not his best game. I don't want to misquote him. I can't remember exactly how he put it earlier. But
in the last two seasons,
was it also Matt LaFleur's best game in a while? Like,
he had a good day. Yeah.
I saw some crossing routes where now Romeo didn't catch all of them, but one of my criticisms had been, where are the crossers that are such a key part of this offense? If they're playing their safeties back, why aren't you getting some intermediate stuff successfully?
Yeah.
I thought that they did that more. Now, some of them were dropped. But, Mike, did you feel better about what Matt LaFleur did yesterday as well?
Yeah, actually, I mean, throughout the game, I thought I was confident in what he was doing. He had some good throws. I mean, the drops was frustrating, but I was surprised actually for him to come back out in the game, but it didn't feel stagnant, and maybe part of it was because Jacobs wasn't in the game. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Mike, are you in Big Cat's Club, Mike?
No, I'm just making an observation.
Mike?
That was just an observation. I don't know. That was just
okay.
Funny stuff.
You're not saying, but you're not saying, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well played, Mike. We appreciate your loyalty to the show, and thanks for the call. All right, so if you, whether you are or aren't a subscriber to the Big Cat theory, I don't know what you're rooting for then, right? Because I would personally argue it's good news that Josh Jacobs averted serious injury. Would you like to have a game where they play it safe with him against the Vikings and not have him play? So you can see what happens when he doesn't? If you're in that crowd, I'm guessing you'd like him to, hey, take it easy. All right, let's let Lucas Havrasik handle the running back duties if we have to. Just take the week off. And obviously it would be Emmanuel Wilson. Because everyone loves Lucas Havrasik until he misses 2 extra points. So then they don't love him as much. That's why I said that.
Well, I thought you had him running the football. I think that you'll probably err on the high side of caution with Josh Jacobs, but we will find out. There's no doubt I think you're going to see more. Even if Josh Jacobs does play, I think that this is going to be one of those. Matt LaFleur is going to watch that tape and watch what Jordan did yesterday and say, we got to let Jordan eat. We got to get him out we got to let him get out the starting blocks, and we just got to let him run. We don't need to keep bringing him back. Let him eat, and factor everything else in off of that. And then you can always rein him back in if you need to later. But I think he showed yesterday, and I think he's shown in the second half of that Pittsburgh game, this team is going to go offensively where Jordan takes you. And yesterday I thought he did enough good things to obviously find a way to beat, a bad football team.
All right, we appreciate all the calls that we got today. Now it's time to make another call to play trivia. A rare Monday round of trivia. Hasn't happened in a while, but we're going to play now.
I would have guessed that we'd have all these texts that we never get to because we always have calls going all the way to noon. And that's what I would have guessed, but maybe we don't. I don't know. Maybe there aren't any texts. Maybe Carbless talking text line is dead. I don't. Maybe there's nobody there. I don't know.
I think this is a good thing because starting today, Wilde and Tausch Trivia is not only
a pregnant pause.
Wilde and Tausch Trivia is not only presented by Cousin Subs with a chance to win a Cousin Subs gift card at the end of the week. It is also presented by Iron Jock with a chance to win Iron Jock swag in addition to the Cousin Subs gift card.
So we'll have two different winners. One will get Iron Jock and one will get Cousin Subs?
No, one winner gets the whole package. Cousins and Iron Jock at the end of the week.
Okay.
How about it?
It's pretty cool.
What color would you like there, old T?
Well, I am only in charge when I'm giving away those beautiful lightweight hoodies, so I am not going to go in charge of the trivia side of it. So I will abstain from this.
Okay,
I'll let Jeriad, formerly of 565 Analytics, Jeriad can text in and let us know what number.
Has that been disbanded?
I want to keep. I shut it down. Yeah, it's done.
Oh, so it's closed. It's shuttered. I thought you just fired the staff. You're telling me that you filed for Chapter 11 after not paying your employees?
No, I didn't say we filed. I just said that the 565 Analytics firm is no longer doing Steinhoffels. They can do trivia. They can do other stuff.
You just said you closed up shop. So which is it? Are they still open or not?
They are not open on Steinhoffels. They are closed.
Caller 27. Caller 27, because the Packers, when they win, they score 27 points. Seems to be their number. Caller 27 for trivia, 844-770-3776. 844-770-3776. Caller 27 to play Wilde and Tausch Trivia. That's next after I tell you about Lakeland Supply. What a great partner Vince and his team have been. After the Packers season is over, I'm going to head down there and see their whole operation. Now, you know me. This is not my area of expertise. This is Vince and his team at Lakeland Supply's expertise when it comes to supply chain assessments and packaging. They are the best in the business, and core values are an important piece of any successful business, and Lakeland Supply is no different. They've been displaying their core values in the industrial supply space for over 40 years. Integrity, excellence, stewardship, partnership, and faith. They're ISO certified, a Future 50 winner, top rated in customer satisfaction, and they believe in giving back to the community. Lakeland isn't one of those catalog companies either. They work to be your packaging and supply expert, building plans around what you want. Lakeland Supply is in business to make your business better. So set up that free packaging and supply chain assessment at lakelandsupply.com. Trivia's next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Looking for a delicious meal without breaking the bank? Cousin Subs has you covered. Our $10 meal deal gives you a 7.5-inch ham and provolone, turkey breast, or veggie sub piled high with fresh hand-sliced ingredients, crisp veggies, and all your favorite toppings. Add a bag of chips or regular fries, a fountain drink, and a cookie, all for just $10. This deal's available online or through the Cousins app only, and you can enjoy your meal at home, at work, or delivered straight to your door, hot and fresh. Cousin Subs. We believe in better. Available at participating locations. Offer subject to change.
Grassland butter is built by tradition right here in Wisconsin. Grassland is family owned and has been crafting butter for 5 generations. That's why at Grassland Butter, you're more than just an employee, you're family. The Wietrich family believes in supporting each other, growing together, and building a workplace where everyone feels valued. Your voice matters at Grassland Dairy. Your success is our success. Join a team where culture isn't just a buzzword, it's how we live every day. Check us out online at grassland.com. That's grassland.com.
ESPN Madison and Zimbrick Honda are celebrating the area's best local sports stories with the Game Changers of the Month. Follow ESPN Madison on social media to see the teams recognized for making a positive impact in the community. It's the Game Changers of the Month, presented by Zimbrick Honda.
Calling all hard seltzer lovers. It's time to keep it tasty with Neutral Vodka Seltzer. Made with real vodka and real juice. Neutral delivers clean, refreshing flavor with every sip. From pineapple to watermelon, orange and lime, there's something for everyone. Perfect for any occasion. And when it's game day, make it a tasty game day with Neutral. The ultimate drink to cheer, chill, and keep it tasty all day long. Neutral, keep it tasty. Enjoy responsibly. 2025 Anheuser-Busch, Neutral. Flavored vodka and carbonation. 4.5% alcohol by volume, St. Louis, Missouri.
Mark Tauscher here, and your seat at the table just got better at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Return to Hard Rock Casino Rockford's high limit room where the odds are in your favor. With enhanced game rules including blackjack where the dealer stands on soft 17, you'll enjoy better odds, faster play, and the kind of authentic high limit action that sets Hard Rock Casino Rockford apart. Visit the high limit room and rediscover your game on your terms, in your rhythm, and with your edge at Hard Rock Casino Rockford.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. Looking for new windows and doors? Visit sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Madison.
Shop the pig! Thanksgiving starts with the bird, and at Piggly Wiggly, you can gobble up savings. Jenny-O turkeys are just 39 cents a pound. That's right, you can bring home a 12-pound turkey for less than $5. And while you're here, don't forget to sign up for the new Pig Points Rewards program, where the more you shop, the more you earn, and the more you save. So hurry in, grab your turkey, and make this Thanksgiving a winner, only at Piggly Wiggly.
Striving for excellence is exactly what we do.
Our suite of master craftsmen ensure every roof we install will last.
We believe in giving you exceptional results.
And the satisfaction and durability you want with your suite of metal roof.
I'm Mike.
And Mary Suita. Enjoy the long-lasting architectural strength and beauty of a Suita metal roof.
SWITA metalroofing.com.
Suita Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
Game day starts on Regent Street. Fuel up before every Wisconsin football home game at the Monster Energy tent. Grab free samples, snag some Monster gear, and get your energy up before kickoff. The best football pregame start with Monster Energy.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
I think Tausch made a fair point. If you texted into the Carbless Talk and Text line, Jesse has generously agreed to surrender some of his Whoa Nelly time for you to share, or for him to share your text messages on the Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more. But first, we must play trivia.
Wilde and Tausch Trivia is brought to you by Cousin Subs and Iron Jock. Cousin Subs $10 meal deal gives you a 7.5-inch sub, bag of chips or regular fries, fountain drink, and a cookie, all for just $10. This deal is only available online or through the Cousins app.
Let's welcome in our contestant, and he is a first-time contestant. Are you kidding me? It is John in... Sorry, Jesse, I've got graphics and everything else. John
Minnesota.
is a first-time contestant. John in St. Paul, Minnesota, which means he's ineligible for all the great prizes that we offer to our winners. Hi, John.
How you doing?
Great. How are you?
I'm well. I'm coming home from a weekend in Milwaukee, so calling and playing for the love of the show.
Well, wait, stop the car. Stop the car, pull over to the side of the road. If you win, then you can say you were in Milwaukee when you played. You'd be eligible for the prizes.
No.
All right, fine.
Okay.
Official
All right, John.
contest rules and eligibility can be found at ESPNWisconsinContest.com.
Maybe Jesse will
I feel like
someday
you could
read
lie
them.
in this pretty easily. Couldn't you? You could lie real easy.
You could. John, question 1 is this. The Buffalo Bills win over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers featured a final score that has never happened before in NFL history, also known as a scoreagami. What was the final score of that game? Was it 41-34? 44-30.
The score. It was 44-32. 44-32.
All right, John. What's my next question? I'm just kidding. Question 2.
Missed opportunity to say the score 6-7.
Yeah, he ruined that for you. I think that joke is dead. Question 2, John, is this. Which NFL team scored the fewest points on Sunday? Fewest points on Sunday. Was it the Los Angeles Chargers, the Detroit Lions, or the Tennessee Titans?
That would be the Los Angeles Chargers.
Wow, you are cooking.
But he's good. John knows his stuff.
How many points did the Chargers score?
That would be 6.
In a 35-6 loss to the Jacksonville Jaguars. All right, John, clean sweep. Opportunity for someone other than you to have had 4 entries into the drawing. Question 3 is this. The Milwaukee Bucks played a pair of games over the weekend. Which one of these opponents did the Milwaukee Bucks not play? Was it the Los Angeles Lakers, the Charlotte Hornets, or the Cleveland Cavaliers?
They did not play the Lakers.
Oh, no! They did play the Lakers. And they lost to them.
Doncic.
Also, they played the Charlotte Hornets, both in Charlotte and in Milwaukee.
Overtime Friday night.
Con Knippel returning to Milwaukee. So the correct answer is the Cleveland Cavaliers, who the Bucks are playing tonight, I believe. Jesse, is that correct?
6 o'clock tonight. That's a Peacock game, Tausch.
Big Peacock.
What's
guy.
that?
Old B.
You can also listen to it on 620 WTMJ and Madison's home of the Bucks, 100.5 ESPN, televised on Peacock, exclusively streaming. Bucks Cavaliers.
John, safe travels back to St. Paul, Minnesota. We appreciate you playing, buddy. Thanks.
Thank you. Have a good weekend.
Wilde and Tausch Trivia is brought to you by Cousin Subs and Iron Jock. Performance apparel that actually performs. No stink, just performance. And proudly Wisconsin built. Shop now at ironjock.com.
That is Wilde and Tausch Trivia. We have caught up a little bit on our clock management, and we'll get to a hybrid of Whoa Nelly and your text messages on the Carbless Talkin' text line next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
Win a pair of tickets to see Green Bay host Chicago on December 7th, which includes access to Green Bay's upscale tailgating destination, the Tundra Trio. 3 upscale homes just steps from the stadium, featuring next-level pre- and post-game festivities with gourmet food and premium drinks. Thanks to Dr. Pepper and ESPN Wisconsin. Enter to win now at ESPNWisconsin.com. Wherever you watch the game, nothing hits like the bold signature flavor of Dr. Pepper. Enjoy an ice-cold Dr. Pepper during your next visit to McDonald's. No purchase necessary. Enter by November 23rd.
At Wisconsin Surplus Online Auction, you won't have to worry about your old lawnmower pulling a hamstring. They make buying and selling easy. Wisconsin Surplus Online Auction is simple, reliable, and unlike your fantasy team this football season, they'll actually deliver. Have equipment taking up space? Let them be your surplus solution. You send it in, they list it, people bid, and you actually win. Bid, buy, sell, and score big today at WisconsinSurplus.com. Because winning isn't just for game day. WisconsinSurplus.com.
Oh no, there's only seltzer left, and it's passionberry almond fruit? Who comes up with these? Kick the aluminum can to the curb and mix up a cocktail you actually want with Tito's. It tastes great, it's gluten-free, and it's available in a variety of sizes for your convenience. The flavor abilities are endless. Tito's Handmade Vodka, the official spirit of whatever you want to drink. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Ben Brust here to tell you about the Princeton Club. If you're looking for a place where you can better yourself while having a wonderful atmosphere, you have it at the Princeton Club. Strong communities, strong body, and strong mind. All it takes is one small step to start today. You will see that you have everything you need in order to achieve all of your goals. Find your better tomorrow at the Princeton Club. 8 Madison locations where you go in there, you take a tour, and you realize this is a place for me. Find more at PrincetonClub.net.
This season, the Bucks are going for it all.
A game winner for the Greek Freak.
Go inside the team's pursuit of a championship on Locked In, the new season of the Behind the Bucks podcast, narrated by Bucks legend Marcus Johnson. Hear from the team stars on why they think they can make history. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Time out on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 6 years.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. Ends 11/30/2025.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
They treated me like family.
They're actually people that you can depend on.
They made me feel seen. They really treated me like I was a part of their family, a part of their team.
They ask how you're doing, how you're feeling.
They're just so welcoming and so sweet and kind.
It's like family. Caring about another member of the family.
If you've been injured, it costs you nothing to see if Gruber Law Offices can help.
We're on the Badgers.
Luke Fickell, his mantra since he got here, tough, nasty, discipline.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
I saw a tough, nasty, disciplined team on the field today.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
He's got a Chevrolet that don't always run and the radio never turns down. He's got a pedigree
So Jesse has a conundrum.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's
Hey, why did what's the scoop on Heath? What'd you hear? You're digging around up there.
I didn't hear nothing.
Why?
Nobody wants to discuss it. It's disciplinary, from what I can gather. It's the best I can do.
Okay. Good deal.
What have you heard?
I'm not a reporter, so I don't know.
You're an analyst.
Thank you.
Jesse, you have texts. You now have a call. You have the desire for all your quality content that you've generated through AI for Whoa Nelly. What would you like to select we do next?
Let's start with a text, because I do feel like we neglect some of the texters on game reaction days, so having some opportunities to review them, I think we should do that at least to start here.
Almost as much as we neglect your YouTube friends.
And
yes. Go ahead.
And I want to say something about this. So here is Dan in Janesville. I'll read it for you. Jason, question for you. Do you think if LaFleur had lost yesterday, he would have gotten fired today or after the game like McCarthy did in 2018 midseason? I don't agree with the negative banter on LaFleur. Do you know how hot the seat actually is? Is it Super Bowl or bust, or at least one playoff win?
Yeah, I don't think he would have gotten fired. I don't. I don't. I understand people get frustrated. I don't think that ed policy is in the business of changing the way they do things. The fact that they knee-jerk fired Mike McCarthy the way they did, I think in retrospect, there was some regret there for how they handled it. I also thought it was disingenuous to claim that it gave Joe Philbin an opportunity to prove that he should be the guy. They were never going to hire Joe Philbin. I think Joe Philbin knew that. So I don't think they would have fired him. I think it would have certainly turned up the temperature on his seat, and it would have increased the possibility of him being dismissed at the end of the season. But no, I never thought that. As far as my opinion, and this is not, I've not talked to ed policy and said, hey, how hot is Matt's seat? I do think that to be certain that he's not going anywhere, I do think they need to win a playoff game. That doesn't necessarily mean that if they don't win a playoff game, he's getting fired. But I don't know. I don't feel like we've been so quick to drop the fired word on past coaches. I don't know. Maybe I'm misremembering the Mike McCarthy era. But like even when things went bad during some seasons, I don't feel like there were as many people that were using the F word, fire, as they seem to be with Matt LaFleur this year. Am I palming that, Tausch?
I remember you, I think publicly, I'm always a little nervous about this, I think you said publicly that season you felt and sensed that even Mike and other people within the organization knew if things went not swimmingly, they were going to move on.
Yeah,
is that fair?
I did say that. Yes, I did.
Do you feel
I didn't
that
think they'd
way?
do it in season.
Sure. No, I know that was a shock to everybody, and that's. But do you feel like? I think fan-wise, there's more. We need to let go of Matt LaFleur than I remember people doing that with Mike in that season. But I don't feel the same way. I haven't sensed anyone within the organization saying it. I think it's more of a wait and see, and the fact that ed policy hasn't handed out extensions to anybody is the reason that is even broached.
Yes, I do think that Ed's saying that, and obviously Ed is a smart guy. He knew what he was saying when he told us that at the end of the offseason program, when he said he doesn't believe in lame ducks, and he also doesn't want to give them each an extension before the season. I think that's how that works, is when you say those two things, and both the general manager and the head coach have one more year left on their deals next year, people are going to speculate, and I think that's what's happening.
Correct.
Jesse, now what?
I have a text from Jana in Pittsburgh. We haven't seen from
Hey!
in a while.
Where's she been? What is she doing?
Well, here's what Jana says. It's astonishing how quickly my hope for the Packers season was extinguished.
Oh, you got to have hope.
There were times I thought they really could do it this year, but the initial hit was Tucker Kraft, add the resulting Carolina loss, and then within the last 2 weeks, I've gotten to a place where I'd be surprised if this team was any more than a wild card with a first-round exit. Jana in Pittsburgh.
Jana, more like Debbie in Downersville.
Or Timmy Lasso. Jana Lasso, Timmy.
Jana Lasso, Timmy.
I think Jana is hitting on what a lot of people feel, though. I'm not one of them. I just think that season is just getting rolling. And I'm optimistic because of what we saw from Jordan yesterday. If he could play like that and the defense, just shores up a little bit and is still able to do what they're able to do, this team could beat anybody in the NFC. Now, they can also lose to anybody in the NFC. Literally. No, they could. I mean, they could lose to Minnesota on Sunday.
I'm agreeing with you.
Okay.
Yeah. And we don't have evidence that he's going to play like he did yesterday for the rest of the season. We've had some inconsistency from him, right? We've definitely seen that.
That is correct.
All right, Jesse. Now what?
All right, Mo in Illinois called in. I heard him on the post-game show yesterday with Tausch and Homer, Green Bay game night after every game, final whistle on ESPN Wisconsin. He wanted to get in at the buzzer here. I think we let him do it.
All right. Hey, Mo! How you doing?
Hey, guys. Doing well. Last night I called in, and Tausch, if you recall, I told you that I was feeling even more discouraged after that game last night.
Yep.
And I kind of sat on it a little bit, and I kind of understand why. And I think it mainly comes from the defensive side, believe it or not. Tausch, you had mentioned multiple times that you think we have a championship-level defense. And I disagree. I disagree completely. And the reason why I say that is because I think this defense has a terrible tendency of making subpar quarterbacks or average offenses look better than they look. I think yesterday, given Jameis Winston's performance, I thought he was dicing us up. I mean, I told you he looked like Jameis Brady out there. And the main concern is from the pass rush. Other than Micah Parsons, I don't trust anyone on that defensive line to generate enough pressure. I don't trust him. I don't trust Rashawn Gary. I don't even know that he played last night. I don't trust the interior defensive line. The secondary, we don't have a prove-it alpha dog back there. I don't believe in Nixon at all. Carrington's a dog, but that's really it. If we have a championship-level defense, Tausch, I don't know who on this defense you could count on other than Micah Parsons and Xavier McKinney every single game. So that's my concern, and I feel the same way on the offensive side of the ball with the wide receivers. I don't believe in any of them, to be honest, to make that big-time play, even though Watson did yesterday, on a consistent basis. I don't trust them.
Okay. Yeah, you have every right to feel that way. I said this earlier, I don't think Devontae Wyatt, he has not been as impactful since he's come back from that injury.
That's the second year in a row
Quay
that's
Walker.
happened.
It sounds as if Quay Walker's going to be all right. I know there was some concerns after yesterday. Edgerrin Cooper's made big plays. It didn't seem like he showed up in a big way yesterday. He obviously had the big play against Philadelphia, and I believe in Edgerrin Cooper. I think he is a dog and can do that. But your questions on the other guy's rush, incredibly fair. I think that is an incredibly fair point. Rashawn Gary, while he's still on pace to have his record-setting season for his career on sacks, he has not been as impactful as I thought he would be with the Parsons effect in play. So all of those things, as a matter of fact, I think I saw something on Twitter that J.J. Enikbare had more reps than Rashawn Gary yesterday. Don't understand that. Somebody explain that to me unless Rashawn was hurt. I don't get that.
I don't think so. He was on the field for that last play.
So, yes, I think your concern level, I think when you have someone like Micah, you have a game changer. And when you have a game changer, you can close up shop like they did yesterday. That is an important aspect of championship caliber defense.
Thanks for the call, Mo. We appreciate you. Well, now I'm really curious because the view of the defense, I don't know if I've felt that way. I wonder if more people feel that way. We can get into that maybe tomorrow. For now, we just need to get Tausch to get into how much he loves Coors Light.
Yeah, I do that pretty consistently, and whether you're tailgating pregame, enjoying your experience during the game, or celebrating a big win, crack open a Rocky Mountain Cold Coors Light. It's refreshingly cold, only 102 calories. Coors Light is made to chill. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company at Golden, Colorado.
We'll wrap things up next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Mark Tauscher here for Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie. Well, Zimbrick Chevrolet is truly the name you can trust. But you know what you can't trust? Wisconsin's winter weather. With temperatures dropping, you'd better make sure your vehicle is ready for the winter roads. Get your vehicle prepared now so you don't have any issues when that pesky snow gets worse in the next few months. I recommend stopping in to see the amazing service team at Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie. Get a tune-up, check the battery, check your tires, that's a big one for the winter, change the oil, and make sure all the inner workings of your vehicle are in tip-top shape. You can take my word for it, whether you're making a holiday weekend trip, driving your kids to sports tournaments, or simply getting to work on time when the snow can slow you down. Zimbrick Chevrolet is truly the name you can trust. Schedule a service appointment, view vehicle inventory, and learn more about all they have to offer at ZimbrickChevrolet.com. That's ZimbrickChevrolet.com. Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Bruner Realty, providing excellent real estate and property management services in the Madison area for over 30 years. Contact our team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to get housed today.
A snapback to reality for Wisconsin as they fell to number 2 Indiana. A strong first half showing was undone by a brutal second half stretch that included a lost fumble, an interception, and 3 Fernando Mendoza touchdown passes. UW's offense also only mustered 23 total yards after the break. The Badgers now look to bounce back this weekend against Illinois. Kickoff is slated for 6:30 p.m. on the Big Ten Network.
Get a whole house of new Pella windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% financing for up to 6 years.
Wow. Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Visit PellaWI.com today.
I knew that we were going to be getting engaged soon and needed to do some ring shopping. Heard the radio ads of Chalmers and decided, hey, we should give it a shot at Chalmers.
They were just awesome at accepting us through the door and understanding what she wanted in terms of how she wanted it, and they delivered.
Everybody always is telling me how sparkly my ring is. They tell me that they really like the style of the ring and the setting that it's in. I am ecstatic with it.
Thank you, Chalmers.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Looking for something fun to do this winter? Get your friends together and join MSCR on the courts. Hey, it's Jesse Nelson. Madison School and Community Recreation's adult winter volleyball and basketball leagues are open for registration now. Men's, women's, and all gender leagues are forming with games starting in early January at gyms all around Madison. MSCR leagues are all about community, connection, and having a great time, no matter your skill level. Sign up today at mscrsportsleagues.org. That's mscrsportsleagues.org.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar, the better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Listen to that endless pour. Pure refreshment. If it sounds this good, just imagine how it tastes. Oh yeah, so good. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
We're on the Packers.
Days like today are a good reminder that Jordan Love is ready. Give him more of the load. Jordan Love needs to be your guy.
Nobody covers the green and gold like 100.5 ESPN.
So, Tausch, in the final analysis, since I'm sure not everyone is able to listen to all 3 hours consecutively, nor can they listen on Spotify, but they can listen on the ESPN Wisconsin app if they like to listen after the fact. Ultimately, where do you land on your own question that we preemptively polled coming into today's show of whether you feel better or worse about the Green Bay Packers than you did before their win yesterday over the Giants?
Yeah, I felt better about it because of how Jordan Love played. And I think that's such a big piece of what this team is going to need to make the kind of playoff push and playoff run that they're hoping for. I believe this defense is going to be good enough. I don't think yesterday was its best moments, but they were able to still do enough to win. So there's a lot. Anytime you win a road game in this league, you better celebrate it, enjoy it, and learn from the mistakes that you have made. And when your quarterback plays his best game in 2 years, I feel really good about that. Now, the drops, that stuff's got to get corrected yesterday.
That is it for us today. We will have plenty more tomorrow, and I believe we have a scheduled surprise guest for tomorrow.
Well, that'll be fun. Don't tell me.
I would say he's Hall of Fame caliber. That's it for us today. We'll do it again tomorrow. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial-free full show podcasts are available free